sauce. Bill Burr's a big fan, dude. Love to have a cigar and watch Peaky. This stuff was carefully crafted and overseen by Bushmills master distiller to create a taste of the Prohibition era, which is incredible. The end result that they put together in this bottle, it sips different. I got a few of them here, which is amazing. Thank you, Bushmills. It's warm and welcoming aroma, and it's got flavors of orange marmalade, like your boy, almonds, and cinnamon. And they really crafted a really tasty drink here named the Shelby Sour. The ingredients you can find on their site. It's Bushmills Prohibition Blend, orange liqueur, lemon juice, simple syrup, mint sprig. A mint sprig. Throw it on ice, double strain it. Go get it. This stuff's delicious, honestly. Bushmills, shout out to Bushmills and Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders, of course, in their 6th and final season. Go cop some of this stuff. Go right now to reservebar.com and get this special Peaky Blinders edition of Bushmills. That's SERVEBAR.com. And search for the special Peaky Blinders edition of Bushmills. We will also put a link in the description. That is reservebar.com, and look for the Peaky Blinders edition of Bushmills, baby. What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. It's your first time joining the show. Welcome to the show. Like it, subscribe it, do whatever you got to do on the YouTubes. Leave a comment below for the algorithm. Tell some people you know. Spread around that Whiskey Ginger word. It would mean a lot to me. This week, my guest is none other than a very practical joker, Sal Vulcano of the Taste Buds and Hey Babe podcast. This dude is so funny. Love this guy. He's running around the country on the road. Go check that out. I'm also on the road. I got 2 more dates left, and that's it. That's it until I film my especial. That's the special in Spanish. I'm over at Niagara Falls, New York side, Niagara Falls, and I'm doing Montclair, New Jersey. New Jersey, come out and see your boy. Last chance to see me before I shut down and shoot the season 3 of Dave and then take some time down to just chill. So come see me, andrewsantino.com to get those tickets. Go get those tickets at andrewsantino.com. Really appreciate you. Enough rambling. Let's go to the episode.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. That was fast today, baby. Wow. Sal Vulcano.
Ooh, Santino. You sound like the Micro Machines guy.
Yeah, I was. That was my dad. Yeah, that was my father.
The more I sit with you.
Stepdad, not my biological father.
All
so
right.
I guess
Did
none
you have
of it
a good
really transferred over.
Did you get free Micro Machines?
No, we had to pay.
Discount.
6%. 6% break.
He took 6, but not even the tax?
No.
And how would you pay him? Like he
I would
process
I'd
a credit
work it
card,
off.
cash?
No, I'd work it off. Yeah, my father made me work it off. In the neighborhoods,
Your father made you work off the Micro Machines
for
your
my stepfather.
It's an economy.
Well, we're an unusual family.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's not called it's like tri-parenting. There's 3 parents and they're all trying to parent. And they're really going for it.
How much would you have to how much labor would take to get one Micro Machine?
I think I would work a 16-hour day for like 2 or 3 months, and then I'd probably get to pay off one Micro Machine.
Reasonable.
Pretty average rate.
Okay.
Kind of minimum wage.
Okay.
Yeah, minimum wage for minimum height. That was my stepdad used to say. Minimum man, minimum wage.
Yeah.
And then he said, once you grow up, we'll give you a couple of bucks.
The Micro Machines got your stepdad.
My stepfather.
It wasn't really a looker, if I remember. So
Very
mom was
unattractive.
okay with that. Your mom was okay with that.
Neither was she.
He had a stash. She wasn't either.
Yeah.
She had a stash.
My mother had one of those things where like one eye is up here and one eye is here, where the mouth is.
Yeah.
Remember
that's 2 of those things.
Huh?
If that eye was here and that eye was here, that's one of those things.
An
eye here and eye here. She had a couple things.
2 of those things. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was, I guess, an eyes is a pair.
Yeah.
So it's a pair of eyes.
Oh, so the pair
like
as
a pair
a
of
whole.
shoes. Yeah.
I get confused with eye deformalities.
Of course you do. And that's totally fine. And that's, that's because you're an East Coast guy. West Coast guys, we know all about that kind of stuff. Because we manipulate our bodies.
Now, did that happen with her at birth or happen after? Because you have eyes, you have the regular eyes, it seems.
These are post-eye fix. I had surgery.
Really?
Yeah. One of my eyes was where my ear, the other one was where my Adam's apple is. Yep.
Does anyone else know about this?
Yeah, I've talked about it. I think a few
Okay.
times. I mean, some of my closest friends know, but everyone else doesn't know. And I'm
Well,
not
now it's out of the bag.
sure is.
Is that covered by insurance?
Yeah,
It is?
it is.
What's it called? That?
Well, because I have a PPO. That's why. If you have a PPO, you can get that.
Okay.
What's the condition called? Wonky eye. I know it's a.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's textbook, but I understand.
You have wonky eyes, is what the doctor said, and I said, "Can we fix it?" He goes, "You better believe it. You got money."
Well, you know, wonky eye isn't really that slang. You know that.
Oh, it's not.
No. Phil Wonky was the first person that happened to. It's named. It's a last name.
Oh, Philip Wonky.
Yeah, Philip Wonky.
I feel like we read about him in books.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Wonky, the unusual Iman.
Yeah.
The unusual Iman.
Hyman. Yeah.
Hyman.
Hyman.
The unusual Iman.
Hyman.
How was the
Smoothies.
Wiltern last night?
It was.
You sweet
It
prince.
exceeded expectation.
Did it?
Yeah, because so first off, it was a postponed COVID show,
Oh.
and San Diego the day before, and they weren't selling great. Like I out of my there's only knock on wood. There's just I don't know. Sometimes I can't get a handle on why something's not selling well. A market that's like a little bit off, and they're not following the patterns of the rest of the tour. And this was one of them for a while. And everyone gives you excuses. Oh, the LA's still not over COVID, or LA, they go last minute because they could see. And that I think is true. Like they could see great comics so often, it's not a big deal.
That's why New York is hard. That's why I'm always like, I don't like to play New York.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get scared of that.
And then someone's like, well, they had the Netflix as a joke a week before that. And, people spent their money. And I'm like, all right, fine. And so it was like 6 months in. And finally, just like last month, San Diego picked up and we ended up selling out to the point where I wasn't worried. But like 3 weeks ago, the Wiltern is 1,800 seats.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, I was like 9 and change. And I was like, I'm not going to go into a market like LA and be half empty. Like, this is insane.
Tough.
And I don't know what it was. Maybe the rosaries that I said, but like,
Yeah, it could have been.
we scratched to a sellout last night. It was like I think we sold out like the day before, or yesterday.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
I was,
great though.
Yeah, I know. I was so happy, and then because I really and then the crowd. I never know what to expect in LA because the first handful of times I was here years ago, and we did kind of big shows. The crowd was like okay, and then one time me and the guys did the Greek, and I also already don't love outdoor shows. And then I was coming off the heels of a weird LA crowds the 3 shows before that, and I was like, this is going to be terrible. And it was a magical night. And then last night, my MC, the MC was on. I felt, when you just like, oh, the crowd does not have energy.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be like, okay, it's going to be laugh, dead silent, laugh, dead silent, and you got to work for it. But then they ended up coming alive, and it was like exceeded my great crowd.
Who did you bring, by the way? Who do you bring? Is it change all the time?
Yeah, just whoever's.
was
I
here
mean, I
this
go to
time?
the same 10 people, whatever.
Yeah.
Last night, Jay Larson was with me.
Love Jay.
I got Adam Ray coming out with me one time. My buddy Gary Veeder comes out with me all the time.
Love Gary.
Yeah. Reggie Conquest came out with me once.
I know, but we don't know each other.
Who else? I mean, DeRosa comes out with me a lot.
No, don't know.
Yeah, he's like an open micer, but I give him a shot.
Is he a comedian, that guy?
Joe DeRosa?
Yeah.
He makes sandwiches, but he's funny.
Didn't he open like a vacuum store or something like that? Like a vacuum repair shop on the Upper East Side?
Well, now he has that and the sandwiches.
Oh, he's doing the sandwich shop.
And
I thought that
he was
was
selling sandwiches out of the vacuum shop.
Right.
And they got popular enough for him to go. He opens a sandwich shop now, and then he does repairs for the vacuums up in the back of the sandwich shop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's
and
the
then he
sa-
does comedy.
He does do comedy, though.
Yeah. Well, he comes with me. And it's on the stage.
Does he bring a vacuum?
He's only done it like 15 times. He's only brought a vacuum like 15 times.
So he does bring a vacuum. That's got to be hard for him to pay.
Yeah. Well, no, he ships it ahead of time.
Oh,
He knows what he's doing.
Oh,
He's
right.
yeah,
He's a pro.
he's in the vacuum comedy business.
Is he bringing sandwiches at the very least?
He actually does bring sandwiches. Because we did the vegan last week, and he brought 5 platters of sandwiches.
I love him
I
so
bought
much.
them. He made me buy them.
Here's the problem with Joe DeRosa.
That's a podcast.
That's it.
That's a podcast
Here's
that
the problem with Joe DeRosa.
every single comic could come on and tell a story.
Here's the problem with Joe DeRosa, who is a lovely man that
Yeah,
we
he's my
love
best
very
friend.
much.
He's one of my besties.
And you guys' show, when I watch your show, here's the problem.
Yeah.
Even if inherently I already am on his side, he loses me. Every time!
Yeah.
You beat him, even if I know you're wrong about what in my mind, and I go, that's not better than that. I have to get rid of his because he stinks it up so much that I go right to you.
He doesn't know how to lay out an argument.
No, if you guys watch Taste Buds, it's a great podcast. and they argue about the monotony of which food is better, greater, stronger.
Yeah, it's like everything bagel versus cinnamon raisin.
But the
bagel.
subjectiveness is wonderful because it can be stuff that really isn't a competition, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
in two different leagues sometimes.
Yeah, DeRose is an contrarian. He's a good guy to argue with.
Right.
He'll mix it up. He'll argue about anything.
Mhm.
And so we would always argue about foods, and then one day we were just like, people just are so caught up arguing about fucking bullshit these days, and
Yeah, it's a waste
politics.
of time.
It was like all the energy is going. We were like, let's rage on something stupid.
Well, something that kind of matters because the opinion of food
Well, it does,
does
and that's
matter.
what- that's one
what's
thing.
ironic
That's
about
what,
it.
like, everyone has an opinion on food.
Of course.
So it's just like people just want to give their opinion. So it's like this. It's automatically engaging without trying.
What was the toughest one that you had to defend? Because I know you have to pick before.
Yeah.
What's the one?
We've done
what's-
80. I don't.
You've done too many. But was there ever one that you were like, God, I don't believe this at all, and I'm rifling through it? It's like mock
Probably.
debates. Like I
I
remember
have
when
the
they gave
list
us
right
mock debates in high school.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you'd be
you
like,
had to choose.
you're like, I don't agree with this, but I have to
Yeah.
fight it. And they're like,
well, they say that's how you learn.
That is how you learn the
yeah,
best.
Yeah. Let's see. What are some we've done? We've done like 80 plus episodes now. Something that I didn't believe in.
like something that you knew was against what you actually felt or thought, and you were like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I watch you guys sometimes, and I go, I don't know if either of them believe in either of this, but it is a fun take.
Yeah, you
regardless.
try to get that fun take.
You know what I mean? And just dig into.
I'm looking. There's so much. Shit. I'll take you through a little bit of it. We started off the one that was the impetus of it all was he argues with me that Chips Ahoy is better than Oreo. We would get into like real big.
He says Chips Ahoy is better than Oreo.
Yeah,
cookies.
that was the first episode, and that's something that we would fight about forever, and that we made episode 1.
Was one of your arguments that Oreo has manipulated itself over the years? It can be thin, it can be double stuffed, triple stuffed. I mean,
First of all, Oreo is in every other thing. They take Oreo to make their
Ice
product
cream.
better.
or Oreo milkshakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy, and look, Chips Ahoy had its moment.
Nabisco right now listening is losing. Isn't Nabisco guy like,
Yeah,
fellas, let us defend ourselves?
yeah. And you had
can't.
Trixie Nabisco on, right?
Trixie Nabisco came on the show.
Yeah. He Chips Ahoy, and if you're listening, and we know you are, they've fallen off.
Well,
Their
I don't know if they
cookies
were
are
ever
s-
up for me.
There was a moment where they had a lot of chips, they were well cooked, and they were sizable.
But let me say this:
Those things have all gone the way of the dodo bird.
Chips Ahoy was the mini pack, on the to go. It was in a mixed bag of stuff that got after sporting events of some kind.
Yeah.
They weren't really there was no pride to them.
Yeah, you look at the other Chips Ahoy on the shelves, or the other chocolate chips on the shelves. Chips Ahoy
I'm sorry. I'm
is
sorry.
down on the bottom of that
Yeah,
ladder.
I
It
know.
is. And there's people that work there, and they know they have families. But
Also, the name is insensitive to pirates, and I know that the pirate
How about-
legion sued them.
how about this? I didn't realize this, and I don't know how many people haven't, but I just never thought 1 second past it. I didn't realize that Chips Ahoy was a play on Chips Ahoy. Like, I didn't realize the nautical. But what is a nautical theme doing about? Why are you
Yeah.
calling your chocolate chip?
You never thought about that?
No, I never did.
Funny.
And when he said it one day, I just looked at him and I was like, "You just blew my." Chips. There's no reason not to immediately understand that that's what it's taken from.
And what does there is no correlation between that
Cookie and
both.
ship.
Yeah, it doesn't really go there.
What the fuck are you talking
Pirates didn't like these.
about? Chips Ahoy.
Ship.
It's not even in the marketing.
No, it's not even. And there's no boats on the thing. There's no
There's
ocean.
Nothing.
Blue. They might be argue that blue is their color of the wrap. So that's. But even still,
you're stretching.
that's
it.
a stretch.
Even you're stretching.
I know
it.
I am. I'm trying to do some of their due diligence. They didn't do.
Who is it? Who is that?
Someone told me
marketing
yesterday,
for?
by the way,
Yeah.
and this may be dumb and wrong. Someone said Arby's.
Okay.
They said they had
After
heard
me.
it was called. Do you know why it's called Arby's?
No.
Because it was originally RB, roast beef. Arby's.
Is it true?
No.
Did you not? It's not true.
No, I didn't
You
look it
went to the
up. No, I
phones?
didn't look it up. I just
Yeah.
got told that like 2 days ago, and I thought I'll look it up because I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like now?
That's a stretcheroo.
I've been thinking about it. I'm like, maybe that is exactly what it was.
If it was it, would you be angry at that? Or
I'd
would
be
you
pissed off.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed off because why didn't you keep the name RB then? Then I
Yeah.
want
Arby's.
because RB sounds like a guy's place.
Right. Right.
Oh, the Brennahan.
When was the last time you had Arby's?
Honestly,
I called it Arby's.
Yeah.
There's a difference in the way I said
and I
it.
now take that and run with it.
Yeah.
The last time I ate Arby's, my old lady loves Arby's sauce, so sometimes we'll go there just to get the sauce and the curly fries.
But when was the last time you downed like a roast beef sandwich?
Honestly,
On the road, we did it. And
years ago.
It's it's instant shit.
I know. It's just look.
Instant, like just shooting out.
Also,
in
Arby's
full form.
It's enough with this. Like we make chicken salads and stuff. It's absurd. I don't mind that like fast food restaurants make other stuff. It's okay, but Arby's is out of control. You guys need to rein it in. It's getting absurd. The commercials are goofball stuff. Chicken wings.
Isn't
Chinese
it the one
chicken
that like
salad.
Paris Hilton was in the car wash?
That was Carl's Jr.
Oh, okay.
Who that is like a West Coast chain. You
Yeah.
guys don't have those,
We don't. Is it?
and you don't need them.
Is it Carl's Jr. though? Right?
Carl's Jr. Carl's
so-
Senior
Yeah.
died in a traffic accident before
Okay.
he could ever really get his business off the ground.
So he didn't. His junior didn't take over for senior.
No. He started it, but he wanted to pay homage to his father because it was going to be called Carl's Senior,
Okay.
and Carl's Jr. just had a better ring to it.
Yeah.
Carl the third though is having a tough time getting.
Is he trying now?
He is, and I got to tell
But
you,
Carl's Jr. is still out there. He's going to compete against his.
yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Okay.
But he does have like 16 stores, and they're all located like in a 50 square mile radius of the border of Washington and
Have you had-
Canada. I refuse.
Just in solidarity with Junior.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
I don't even want to start
Do
with.
they
that.
have a tumultuous relationship with the father and the son?
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. I mean, it's first of all, it was a battle over property. You know,
Mhm.
when Senior died, who was left?
Intellectual property?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a battle over who's going to get this namesake, who's going to be the god of burgers, and it's gone awry. I mean, to be honest with you, but I will drive by just to check out what's going on to see how
You ever
Carl's
ca- you ever
III.
catch Carl
I just
in
want to
there?
see what's up.
You ever catch Carl in there though?
Mm-mm.
He doesn't even. Junior, you don't catch him in there.
The reason
You
that
have
Junior
to be. you
doesn't
have
go
to
anywhere
be
near it.
on site.
Yeah.
If you have a business like that, you
Yeah.
have to be there 24/7.
He's got good people running it. He's got really good people running it. Good people on both sides are running it.
Where do you rank Carl? Where do you,
Now, my
where
go-to
do
on
you
the
rank
road,
Carl's Jr. on your burgers out here.
Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Non-existent.
Don't you
Don't go.
you just right by
Don't
it.
go.
Yeah.
There's many a chains on the West Coast that I didn't grow up with in Chicago. That when
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box can kick rocks.
Kick
for-
rocks.
what are we even? I mean, like, did I eat it?
Whataburger? Fat Burger?
Fat Burger? Okay.
I feel Fat Burger has cred because of Ice Cube.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah.
But it is also kind of like an LA staple. It's been around here for a long
Okay.
time. Whataburger, not for me. That's a Texas thing anyway. They moved that up here.
Are you like In and Out? Because I know people are like In and Out, In and Out, In and Out. It's okay.
I have In and Out the same way we have deep dish pizza in Chicago.
Okay.
Once a year.
Okay.
There's rumor that that's our thing. It's like, that's not our thing.
Got it.
In California, people don't eat In and Out that much. It's tourists. In and Out. It's the
Yeah.
greatest trick ever
The
that
devil's ever played.
pretended like it was ours as California people.
Uh-huh.
It's not. It's literally for tourists.
Wow.
It's for tourists.
I don't know if I've heard people say that. I
It's-
thought what you said.
We eat it sometimes as
Right.
California people eat it once in a while.
Right.
But it's not
It's not a
ours.
thing at
It's not
all.
for us.
Okay.
That's for you to. You know, it's like when sometimes when you decorate the house or you do something to
Do
your
I
home.
know when I decorate the house?
Well, I know you do. Because when we were on Zoom the first time we did this, I saw how beautiful your home was, and I said, "This man decorated this house."
No, I decorate.
When you add something to the home, and you and yourself go, "This is not even for me. This is for everyone that sees
Yeah.
it that comes over."
Yeah.
I don't even give a shit about that.
Yeah.
But like we do that at my house sometimes, where I'm like, "Why am I buying this thing that I don't even care about?"
yeah.
And then socially, it's for other humans
To come in
to see and
say,
have it.
yeah.
Oh, neat. This is cool. And you're like, yeah, it's just for you. That's In and Out.
Okay.
I like it. It's a part of my world.
Yeah.
But it's for them.
Yeah, it is, and they have a good racket going with like, oh, there's off menu items.
Yeah, it's what rock that is,
Yeah.
by the way.
By the way, how off menu is it?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. It's like it's ridiculous.
It's a
not
menu.
secret.
No, it is a menu. By
Yeah.
the way, they don't even have a menu. They have 3 printed things. So technically, the off menu is the actual menu.
Is the actual
What
menu.
you see is art. It's a
Yeah.
display. It's for fun. It's like a piece of the world, you know?
The fries I was disappointed in.
Crap.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, because you get to watch a poor teenager cut them in the window?
Yeah.
You're watching like a laborious, sad task. They
'Cause
put them in
they're
a
fresh
window.
Cut. Is that what the whole
Yeah,
thing
who
is?
cares?
You guess-
I don't care when they cut the fry.
They're fresh cut everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
except for the places where they're not. And the places where they're not, who cares?
I never. Also, fries are accoutrement to burgers.
Mhm.
They're never the main dish anyway.
Right.
But I think most of these places need to step up because I do think Arby's curly fries. I think curly fries takes the cake for me.
Yeah, curly fries are better. The
But I can't.
seasoning,
Why
the
does no one else
crunch.
do it? You think it's too much?
I thought people did it.
McDonald's doesn't have them. Burger King doesn't have them. I mean, who has them? Who has curly fries?
I'm not equipped to answer this right now. But
Well, you should have come prepared.
yeah, I know. But,
This is one of those things.
but
I texted you a whole list of stuff that we needed to talk about.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Hey, I've talked about Squarespace on this show all the time. We've even featured your websites. That's why I want to promote you to continue to use Squarespace like I use Squarespace to create my own site. Keep doing it. Keep sending them in. We're going to promote every week or every other week a Squarespace site that features a fan's content because it's incredible what you guys are doing with it. And I got to tell you something. The best part about Squarespace, they have appointment scheduling on there. They've got video studio. But most importantly, they've got all this connected social media accounts, and they use analytics that use insights to grow your business. You can learn where the site visits are come from, which is what we do, to find out where the fans are. Where are the analytics coming from? Where are all these targeted, synapses snapping on the interwebs? Where are you coming from? And we want to know. If you don't know what Squarespace is, it's an easy, beautiful, simple, and very creative place to create your own site, to feature your own work, whether you're an artist, you're selling something, you're making something, you're showing off your skills, whatever you want to do, Squarespace is the place to make a beautiful website, design it all on your own, or don't go rogue. Don't be a renegade. Just use the templates that they have for you. They have award-winning customer support, and Squarespace is the place to make a website. I really do love it. I used it for mine, and it's great. So, send in, keep sending in your Squarespace sites, and we'll feature more. Head over to squarespace.com/whiskey for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That is squarespace.com/whiskey. Offer code whiskey, 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Hey, everybody ages at different speeds. I've looked 40 since I was a child. Now, finally, I'm almost 40, and I can't wait because people go, what are you, 40? And I'll go, yes, I am. But I'm here to talk about Inside Tracker. If you're looking ways to extend your health span, slow down the aging process, Inside Tracker is incredible. It's the key to health and longevity. And you know where that is? It's running in your blood, baby. It's in your blood through your veins. Inside Tracker provides you with a personalized plan to improve and boost your metabolism, reduce that stress, get it out of your body, improve the sleep, and optimize your health for the long haul. It's created by leading scientists in the aging, genetics, and biomechanics. They analyze your blood, DNA, and fitness tracking data, identify where you're optimized and where you're not. You'll get a daily action plan with personalized guidance on the right exercise, nutrition, and supplementation for your body. You can also add InnerAge 2.0 to any plan for a definitive calculation of your true biological age, tell you how old you really are. See how you're aging from the inside out. For a limited time, get 20% off the entire Inside Tracker store. The whole thing, 20% off. Just go to InsideTracker.com/whiskey. InsideTracker.com/whiskey.
Ginger. I like gingers.
I was a little caught up.
Were you playing a show?
You know what I had Friday night? I was in Pittsburgh. What's your take on Primanti Brothers? Because people are like,
I have a lot of friends from Pittsburgh, so I got to watch my tongue here.
Right. Because I will say the opposite. They love it. It's not
Really?
just for them. Like they're not like it's tourists.
That's
They're like,
theirs.
We love it.
That's Wawa
Yeah.
to Philly and all that stuff.
I love Wawa.
I know, that's what I mean, but
Yeah.
people out there love Wawa. And then when I
love Wawa
went,
hard.
I was
wear,
like,
I wear
this
their
is,
clothes.
but I was like, this is fine.
Okay, so you know what it is? They make a damn good fresh sandwich at any hour.
Sure. But
But
you know who else does that? Tim Hortons.
At 2 a.m.?
Canada, go to Tim Hortons anywhere in Canada, you can get a delicious sandwich.
Well, I got to go international. This is just off the Parkway.
Sorry, I'm worldly.
But
I'm sorry
the
that you
convenience
stick
factor
to
is
your
not the same.
No, I'm saying, but for them, Tim
Yeah.
Hortons for them is a.
It's a Tim Hortons on Staten Island.
Is
And
there?
I thought it was a coffee place.
It is a coffee place.
Oh, okay.
But to us, Wawa is a convenience store.
But they make sandwiches at Tim Hortons?
Sure, they do.
Oh, hard pass. I don't.
Bad boy.
No, I'm not going to get I don't even like the name.
Well,
It
you're
sounds
not-
like a Dr. Seuss.
It is. He was in the book.
Are
Red
we?
light, green light, blue light. He was in that book. Tim
Really?
Horton. Yeah.
Fish.
He heard
1,
of
2,
who?
3.
Yeah. Tim Horton was the Horton that heard of who?
I don't believe it.
Yes, he was.
Really?
Look at the colors.
Is he from Canada?
Yes, Tim Horton. Oh, Dr. Seuss?
Yeah.
Well, he has his doctorate in the United States, which I
Yeah.
guess we could claim, but,
I
Mark
bought
Seuss.
I bought a Dr. Seuss sketch from a book.
Did you really?
Yeah.
The original?
It's not, but it looks like it.
Okay.
They did like this special printing, blah, blah, blah. But it looks, and it is taken from like an original like raw sketch he did.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool. The first book I ever read in my life was Green Eggs and Ham.
Was it?
Swear.
Mine was Nobody Listens to Andrew, a book I still own. My mother got it
For
me.
real?
Yes.
I thought you were gonna be like, mine was the Iliad. You know.
Mine was my Kampf, and I got to tell you, tough read. But I got through it. I was young, but I got through it. It was tough. It was like eating cake. It was so thick, that book.
Yeah.
No, nobody listens to Andrew. A book I still own. My mother gave me.
I own mine.
You do?
Yeah, I don't remember. I got the whole.
Do you have a frame? Now you frame that kind of stuff?
I probably should.
I
do
framed
that.
mine because it was falling apart.
Mine's falling apart.
Yeah,
like
the seams are all
everything,
broken.
Everything. I have it. I have it in a plastic A&P bag with all my other Dr. Seuss.
Come on, man. Let's frame that.
Yeah.
Let's frame and put it on the
You're
wall.
100% correct.
of
But
all
then I'm
the-
gonna have 2 framed Dr. Seuss things in my house.
So what? So what? Don't put them in the same room.
Yeah.
Put them, but spread them out.
Yeah.
One of those things belongs kind of in the bathroom. Do you know what I mean? In a nice.
Yeah.
Because the bathroom is a place where I think art goes that makes people go,
Shit.
oh, that's yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
do. If they do need to shit, it
Yeah.
does push it out. But I think it's nice to see cool art in the bathroom of a home, and then you go, oh, that's sweet. I like a sweet throwback piece of art.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's a
sweet.
moment.
It's a
in it,
moment. They get to
you
have
know?
that.
It's in a half bath. It's kitschy.
It's a half
But
bath
honestly, I could see people going, "Oh, green eggs and ham," and then just shitting.
and shit in
Yeah.
front.
So
Well,
maybe it's a
it's a win-win
yeah,
for me.
Yeah. Like a stimulant.
What if there was a woman I saw this morning on TikTok, this redheaded girl.
What's TikTok?
TikTok, the app, TikTok. You don't, shut up, cut it out. You know what that is. The dancing app. Dad, you know TikTok. TikTok, the app TikTok? Just cut it out, will you?
I know. I know.
Killing me right now.
I'm on. You're on this app.
Well, I'm not. I put up everyone.
Instagram.
It's stand-up clips now. You know, most people just we just do.
Is it like Snapchat?
No,
It's not.
It's scrolling videos. Like, look, you go home and you just scroll through videos. It's just flipping through video. I keep even teaching my father about TikTok right now.
Yeah. Well, I know about.
You just do this. It's for the youth for sure, but then comics are putting up clips of like podcasts and stand-up, and that's becoming. Shut up! I'm doing it. Why am I doing this to you? You're such a piece of shit.
I convinced Giannis Papas once that
But you
I
know what
didn't know
a
what Coke was.
I didn't believe you, but I was like, I just got to keep talking. Otherwise, this girl on TikTok is constipated, and it's so brilliant to watch.
What do you mean?
She just like can't poop for days, and then she does videos about how she tries to get to poop. She just cannot poop. This redheaded girl. Her tag, I'm the girl that can't poop from TikTok.
Are you
It's
serious?
very funny.
And
to
it's
me.
engaging to watch.
I just because I'm rooting for her so hard. I want her to poop.
Does she bring the bathroom with her?
Yeah, but she does tutorials. She doesn't actually physically show her shit.
Okay. Yeah.
But she does. She talks about like people's suggestions are like drink lemon water or whatever.
Yeah.
But she does all this stuff.
So
But
she'll drink the lemon water and then just be honest and be like, it didn't
still
work.
didn't shit. She
But
must have a medical
feels like
condition.
it's got a ceiling to it. Like how much can you watch of her drinking different things and then telling you it's still no go?
Friends went 8 seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels
Right.
like these can go.
Okay.
We're still doing this bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. I mean, we're not
Anytime,
really.
anytime someone's like, when is it going to run out? And you're like, I don't know. People keep eating it. for
But
some
people
reason.
are finding new lanes, if I'm being honest.
yeah.
She has a program about her journey
Mm-hmm.
to defecate and how it fails.
But that's beautiful because there's a lot of people out there that can't poop.
I know many of them, actually.
Yeah, and I'd like to bring some awareness to people that can't poop. Please call this number right here. If you cannot poop, this is a hotline. They'll walk you through kind of emotional steps to get through mentally and physically to hopefully push that poop out of your pooper. That's the slang. And call the number right now, please, because we do want you to get help. So thank you.
This is important work. What's your ratio of diarrhea to constipation in your life?
Genuinely, I've never been a guy that was runny. Never. If anything, I
I thought you were going to, because I think you're in a minority then.
really
So you're more constipated than you are
runny.
loose?
Yeah.
Really?
But can I say something? I've been on track. Lately, it's been-
regular.
Yeah, when I called you, when I texted you, and I said I was in the bathroom, I mean, not a
Just-
bump in the road,
Wow.
smooth.
Is it because of,
Freshly
what is
paid.
it because? Your diet?
I think my diet got better again,
Yeah.
and I'm running again. I got to tell you, running shakes it up and out of you
Oh, wow.
because I feel like I'm jiggling around the whole can, and it's
Yeah.
literally doing this to it. It's like,
Can I tell you something?
get out of there. Yeah,
I'll shoot you straight.
Mhm.
I've never run.
you ever
My
been
legs have never gone quick.
Have you ever been constipated?
No, I don't get constipated.
But do you
I
ever?
get constipated like once in a blue moon, and it's really at that point it's really a wonder for me because I don't experience it often and I don't understand what causes it.
Are you a double day guy or a triple day guy? How many times?
It all depends on the day, but I'm regular. I pee every 2 days though. It's odd. I swear to God, I pee every 2 days. I do a bit on it because do you know how many times people are supposed to pee in a day?
Well, like probably 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean a lot to me. 8 is what they say. You're
I
supposed
probably pee 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah.
You're not drinking any water.
I drink water. I don't pee.
Well, what's going on? You holding on to something? Does your body know something we don't know?
I don't know.
Maybe your body's like, we need this.
I pee like 6 to 8 minutes every couple of days.
Holy shit.
I just stand there and
You don't piss first thing in the morning. That's the first thing I do every day. I wake up, I piss. First thing in the morning.
If I do.
You don't know it.
No, if I do, that's the pee.
For the day.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
go out all day, drinking water all day. I go through, I traipse around town. I come home, I go to bed.
Let's say you have a sip of alcohol in the evening with dinner.
Alcohol don't do it.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't. I don't break. People going, I broke the seal. My seal's sealed.
There is no. Your seal's capped.
Something's
sealed.
wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Do you ever have an inclination to maybe go to a doctor to find out what's going on?
I do. I have so many inclinations.
But you don't, and you don't go on any of them.
I'm a guy traditionally never followed up on my inclinations.
I just don't like them.
Yeah,
I don't trust them.
It's dangerous. It's called fluid retention. I think that it says you can die from it.
Of course you can. You get sepsis. You know what I mean? The bacteria can back up and get in your bloodstream, and you can die, which I don't want for you.
No.
Some other guys I wouldn't mind getting sepsis and dying, Joe DeRosa, but I think for the most part, you shouldn't.
Let's make a list of who we wouldn't mind if they got sepsis.
If they got sepsis?
Yeah.
Most of your friends.
Yeah.
I think the Stefano, it'd be funny. He'd make a whole bit about it. You know who I think would be funny with sepsis would be Norman, because he'd write a good hour on it. If a guy like that gets it, you give a guy like
sepsis.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm dying. Out of all the whole, what are you gonna do? I'm gay. I think you give a good sepsis.
Comedy
Sepsis. What are you gonna do? He's yellow. He's got jaundice. Hey, am I yellow or am I just Asian? All right, comedy.
All right. Jokes, just jokes.
Just jokes, guys. Just jokes. All right. I think though that is an interesting question about. I thought the other night, if you found out tragic news about someone you know, if they were like, "Hey, man, I've only got a year to live," who do you think would live the best year? Who do you think of your friends would live?
Grab it by the balls.
Yeah, who'd really do it? Because a girl on America's Got
I know.
Talent
I got the
popped
answer.
up,
Yeah, good.
and her name was Birdie something. I'm bad with that stuff, but it was a beautifully sad story. And then she did AGT, and she had cancer. She beat it once, beat it again. She had just died, I think, this year. Finally, unfortunately, it took her. And I was thinking, man, this girl was like
She beat it. She beat it.
she beat it once or twice, but then finally it took her.
She beat it twice.
Yeah, different kinds, but then I think it had metastasized.
She's got talent.
It moved. She did got talent.
Yeah.
America voted, and I think it unfortunately killed her this year. But
Sorry,
I was
Bird.
watching her. It was terrible, but I was watching her thinking she didn't give a fuck. She kept moving.
I wouldn't be that person. I think I would.
So you're out. See, I might shut down too.
Completely. I would be doom and gloom. The person I think that would literally be like, I think Ari Shafir.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't affect him at all.
Yeah, I think
He might have cancer now.
Yeah. Honestly, if you look at him, he's had it for quite some time.
Yes, but he's killing it. He's doing
Yeah.
great. He's beating it left and right.
I'll be with him one day,
Yeah.
and then the next day, I'll be like, oh, dude, like I forgot my shoes at your house, whatever the fuck I would say, and he'll be like, oh, I'm in Zimbabwe right now.
Yeah, I'm in Peru.
Like you didn't mention that yesterday.
Yeah,
and it takes a long time to get there. He's like, I left at 3 a.m. And I'm like, well, when do you come back? He's like, 6 to 8 months, I'll come back.
See, this is my question, and maybe I'm a fool because I never had money when I was a kid, and so vacations were scarce. We didn't take vacation. That wasn't like
My first time on a plane was 18 years old on my own dime.
right. We
Yeah.
never took vacation.
No.
In fact, if we did go somewhere, we drove.
Yeah, drove. That
We
was
had to
it.
drive.
Went 2 hours max, maybe.
Yeah.
We went to like George.
Okay,
Up in
that's
there.
beautiful.
Yeah. It was nice.
I mean, we go down to North Carolina to see my dad's family, and like, I just hot car bugs. It's just like vacations was never. Vacation was Wisconsin to a lake. That was all. That was very much a vacation. To go sit on a lake and drink, watch my Irish family members drown and drink, and then I got older and I see people that are allowed to just go places. But I have this still thing inside of me that's like, well, you can't just go. What are you, nuts? You have a job, you have stuff.
Right.
But guys like him, and I'm not saying he came for money, I'm just saying it's a mentality of people
It's a mentality.
where they go, well, you just go. You're like, what's going to happen?
That's exactly what he does.
And nothing's gonna
I don't
happen.
have it in me.
I don't either, dude.
I don't mind eating alone or going to the movies alone if that's in the same neighborhood. Maybe that's a little nugget
No, that's
of that.
different. Because I'm fine with that. But that's we like being loners.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if responsibilities fall through the cracks a little bit. You have too many responsibilities.
He plans for it.
That's what I mean.
Like
He likes to watch it
leave
fall.
he leaves for like 3 to 6 months a year.
Yeah, I don't like. It's
It's just like, oh, dude, you want to come over tonight for the UFC? He's like, I can't. I'm with my shaman in fucking Guadalupe. He does that.
I know.
He's like, I'm mid ayahuasca right now. I can't come.
I also feel like I have FOMO, not FOMO like, oh, I should have gone to that party.
Yeah.
I have FOMO like, if I just let responsibilities dwindle, I'm gonna lose opportunities because of them. Like it's like
someone's gonna take your place,
and it'll be all my fault, and I'll be like, well, no wonder you screwed it up. Screwed it up.
But when and how do we stop? How do we
don't.
dismount from this
We
career?
don't when we die.
I know
When they kick us out.
But is that true? Right?
Mhm.
Like we're just gonna work ourselves to death?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's no stopping. Like I don't understand. Like when do you like? Because we do it because we like it, right? And we love it. Right? We love it. We do it because we love it. At some point, like, are we not welcome anymore? Like, when do we? When does it stop?
You're not welcome.
Mhm.
At some point, you will not be welcome.
Yeah, and then you just don't get. You're just shouting into like, what do you?
You just don't get
How do you
invited.
envision the last time, like the last?
If
your
they
last
say,
go?
if the industry says it's a good night for us, which
Yeah.
I wish they did. I wish they didn't play this game of like, we're still hunting to find some stuff for you. I wish they literally had like a letter that said, Santino,
Right.
it's a good night for us. I would rather get a letter in the mail.
Somebody, this becomes committee somewhere.
Yes, I'd rather they all vote and they go, we sure are.
Yeah. Because I don't know how to stop.
No,
I
I would
won't
have
know
you.
when to
You'd have to
stop.
tell me, cut it out.
We have
Sal, enough, and then you'd go, all right. Then you get
Yeah,
it.
no one's gonna tell. And I do it because I love it, but you have to work to make money. It's not
To
like
live,
to live. Yeah,
and then but you also think,
no pension or
do
anything.
you have enough money?
I mean,
we,
I have a 401 and
You're
SEP and all that.
we
stuff.
have all those things.
Yeah,
But if everything stopped now, you'd be scared because you go, well, I missed the only thing that I love.
yeah.
And also then what are you going to do? Dude, I see this in my father. My
I don't
dad
know what to
retired.
do.
He doesn't know what to do.
I don't know what I would do.
Dude, he's scared. He doesn't know what to do. My mom is scared.
Yeah,
He does nothing now.
my dad
he does
retired
nothing.
25 years ago, and then got a job after that, a job after that, and a job after that, and I finally forced him to retire at the beginning of the pandemic.
See, your father's like you.
Yeah,
You're going to be that way. You'll do something even when
he
it's
retired
over.
in his 70s. Like he retired at 74.
And did you get a bunch of part-time jobs?
Yeah,
But did you get more than one at once?
he had a few. Yeah,
That's what scares me.
My dad had 3 jobs when I was growing up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean he had the main job, and then he
Side hustles.
Yeah, well he worked for the sanitation of New York, and I know a lot of people are like, hey, mafia. So funny, David Tell. I've known him for years and years and years.
Was he on the trucks?
Yeah.
He was actually on a truck.
Yeah, but on this New York City sanitation, but
Oh.
since I'm Sal from New York, from Staten Island, people are like, "Oh, sanitation, you follow that?" You know what I mean? Like they
I know.
they soprano it. But
And
no,
I do
he was
still
on the
think
trucks.
I
Yeah,
do still think that, by the
he
way.
did 20-something years. David Tell, I know him, but I don't know him. Like I don't know who knows him a lot, but like really well. But like he'll still call me like Saul, like 30% of the time, Saul, and I just let him. I'm not gonna. So, but he'll always he likens me to someone that's just. It's weird because he makes me like a cast member of Sopranos. Every time I see him, he'll talk to me about mafia stuff. He'll tell me, "Oh, they were doing the Sopranos movie. You should audition for it." And he'll talk to me, and I'm just like, Dave, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not this guy that is just like engulfed in mafia culture.
But your name is misleading.
Yeah, but then he calls me Saul 30% of the time.
Salt. S-A-L-T?
SAUL.
How funny if he's saying salt. He's like, listen, salt.
Yeah, my dad did sanitation, and then he also was the superintendent of the garden apartments that we lived in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He was the super and sanitation?
Yes.
Super sanitation
And,
salt?
and he did carpentry at the same time, too. so
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And you do nothing.
I didn't do any of that.
You make money being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't
it wild?
Was your father proud?
Of who?
Of your career? Was he proud?
Yeah, always.
He was.
Yeah.
He's alive?
Oh, yeah.
How old's your dad?
He's 76.
Oh, wow. You made it sound like he retired at 70.
Holy
He's-
shit.
He's 98 years old right now.
No, he retired too. I said at the beginning of the pandemic.
I didn't know how old he was. Like your father could be James Hong that we talked about earlier. He could be 104 years old, and I'm like, I don't know.
In here, we pour whiskey.
And when it comes to shoes on your feet, they gotta feel as good as they look and look as good as they feel. All right? It's a duality. It's a two-way street. And that's why I'm here to talk about Rothy's. Rothy's is incredible. They're so good. Their signature sneaker that has a really cool look. It goes with literally everything. And they're one-of-a-kind driving loafers. Classic colors and eye-catching patterns are made for the modern man. Look, we're tired of wearing such super uncomfortable shoes. If you want to look fancy, Rothy's has you covered. These are sustainably made, machine washable, and they're built to last, but they also look cool. That's my whole thing. You buying shoes now that are uncomfortable, but they're fancy, but they don't even look cool anymore. There's nothing functional about them. And Rothy's has it, man. These shoes are so nice. Slip them on, slip them off. Also, I like the I get my sneaks dirty. I don't walk in the middle of the road. I kick up some dust. And they're machine washable, which I think is huge. And they're still built to last. You can smack these things around and hear them bing, bang, bonging around your washing machine to mess with your neighbors at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Don't do that. But I mean, unless you don't like them. And they're super comfortable. Find out what all the hype about Rothy's shoes is about. Discover your new favorite pair of shoes and get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/whiskey. That's Rothys, ROTHYS.com/whiskey for $20 off your first order. Rothys.com/whiskey. Ring the alarm. Ring the alarm. Call the authorities. Snitch to your local congressperson. Manscaped is back. Manscaped product alert. They got a new launch going on. The Lawnmower 4.0. 4.0. It's the best electric shaver for your balls. If you're looking for a closer shave, go bare down there. The Ultra Smooth package is the perfect set. It's time to shave that bush of yours. Get rid of that. Get down to the roots, down to the grub. The Ultra Smooth package is a specialized groin shaving kit to help your buff, protect, and smooth your most sensitive areas. Talking about the Crop Shaver Razor. You don't want to borrow your lady's razor or your roommate's razor anymore. That's a no good. The Manscaped Ultra Smooth package is a 3-step kit to make your pack the perfect package. Exfoliate, gel, and shave. And this Lawnmower 4.0, giving your boys that classic trim that you like, but also they're getting the loose hairs out of the way with the Manscaped Ultra Smooth package to get to that closer shave. They got the Crop Exfoliator. They got that Crop Gel. And it's time to shave with the Crop Shaver, baby. They have all the ingredients here. And all 3 of these are vegan, cruelty-free, and sulfate-free products that you can rub on your nuts without fear, guys. Time to get close up and personal with the best tools for the job. The Ultra Smooth package from Manscaped. Let's go, baby. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code whiskey20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code whiskey20 at manscaped.com. Smooth your fellas with a relaunched Ultra Smooth package from those people at Manscaped. Your balls are gonna thank you.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Was he one of those people that was like happy and supportive that you didn't have to do what he did type of thing?
Well, I did comedy on the side until like 12, 13 years ago when I kind of got into it and I made the leap like I'm doing it full time. So prior to that, I was out of college. I was 4.5 to 5 years in Prudential Securities doing business. I was a business systems analyst. I didn't like it, but the people I worked with were great. But I kept getting I kept going up. Like they kept giving me promotions.
You know why? Because you didn't care.
It's probably raw. It's probably
when
why.
people don't give a shit. They're like, "Yeah, you want to run this thing?" And they're like, "Not really." They're like, "Well, you got it."
Well, look. I don't half-ass anything, but
No.
I didn't want to be there at all. But then they had major layoffs, so I volunteered. So I got a severance, and then I went and I started bartending because I wanted to do comedy. I wanted a flexible schedule.
How old were you then?
I was. This was 2002, so I was 24. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
2002. I don't know. I can't even do the math.
How old are you now?
26. I was 26.
What do you know?
45.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25, 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started bartending, and I bartended for like almost like 9-10 years. At the end of that, 8th or 9th year, I bought a bar with some friends. And
Where?
In Staten Island. Where
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You still
It was
have
a
it?
music venue, bar, like kind of. It was a cool, like artsy space. No, I got in there at 2011, and then no joke, 2010 or 11, and weeks after I got I put my money into the bar, I got the television show, and then I had to do both like full time. Like I didn't call Junior or anything. I was there at the bar all the time. It's at night, and I was filming in the day for the first 2 seasons. It was actually very, it was very like not embarrassing, but like I would be bartending because I'm not. If I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna bartend.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna stand there and watch the bartend. I'll just bartend.
All right.
That's what I like doing anyway. I like doing it. So I would bartend, but then friends and it was neighborhood spot, and they would be like, "Oh, put the show on." So then I'm like, "No, and then no, put it on." So the show would be on Thursday nights up on the TV behind me, and people were like, I'd be
While
there.
you're bartending.
It was mortifying, and And then people would just be like, "Yeah, it's fucking good. Give me like a fucking Shirley
and
Temple."
Coke.
Yeah. And I was like, all right. And then finally, I just was like, I can't do both of these anymore. I was
That
gonna have a
makes you
nervous
strong,
breakdown.
right?
Sure. I was gonna have a nervous breakdown. It was gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I was getting 4 hours sleep a night for 2 years.
Well, because there's this romantic idea of like still being the working guy and the guy's guy and all this stuff, but you're like, you can't kind of do both. It doesn't work. It's like Andy Kaufman. They used to work at Cantor's Deli when he was on Taxi.
I never heard that.
Yeah, but you know what Cantor's Deli is on Fairfax?
Of course,
Like a
I filmed
famous-
there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And then, they said, well, he was on Taxi. He still had a job in the kitchen.
Is that just Andy Law, or you think that's true? I can imagine him doing it.
I think he probably
because
went one night.
You think he did a lot of his stuff to put that reputation out there just for it, right? He was performance all the time, right? He didn't want to work at Cantor's.
No, I feel like the more people you meet like that are these eccentric artists over the years that I meet a bunch of these people and they're like mega famous or mega I meet them and you're like I'm supposed to be fascinated by them because you're like I'm a normal boring comedian guy.
Right.
You're this fascinating artist with all this intellectual whimsy and all this stuff. And then you meet them and you're like you're exactly like me. They're exactly like you.
Right.
They're exactly like you. They just know exactly what they do. They're very pointed. You know what I mean? Like they just do their thing extremely well.
Right.
Like I met someone not too long ago, and I had this vision and idea of them, and then I talked to them, and I was like, "You're me. You're me. You're everyone. You're everything that I've seen." Some of them are very pointed. I've yet to meet someone that I was like a fan of.
Yeah.
That also blew my mind when I met them.
Okay.
I have never had someone
But I
blow
think
my
it's
mind.
refreshing to meet these people, and then they are normal.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I love it.
cool, I get it. Now we're all the same then, I guess.
It's easier to swallow, but also you do kind of. I do want the experience where somebody that you meet is like, wow, they are that, huh?
Yeah.
They are fascinatingly weird. Like the Bill Murrays of it all. Like they all think Bill Murray is this magical creature that comes and goes. And I feel like people do say that. They're like, he's the kind of guy that pops into someone's wedding, gets drunk, and leaves in the middle of it. You know?
And you think he does that for the love, not for the.
I think he thinks it's
Kaufman
really
angle.
fun.
Yeah.
But I also think like he knows they'll talk about it, but even more so, he can do it.
He can do it, and I think that he has a reputation now, and he has to uphold it.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
How fun is that reputation?
I mean, it's
the most. Name a person like he's in a league like that reputation where it's like, oh, Bill Murray might just come in and hang out with you at any
if
point.
there's a Sal Vulcano popped into my wedding,
Yeah.
the wife would be like, it was a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stayed for a long time.
I had to crash a wedding on the show once
Oof.
and give a speech.
Nope, not prepared. The guys were telling you what
They
to
wrote
say?
the speech, put it in my pocket in an envelope, and then I had to.
That's
When the DJ called for speeches, I just walked up with the other people. I didn't know this, but the only people that knew about it at the time, I didn't know it as early on in the show, were the bride and groom.
I would assume
But
they'd
the
be
300 guests didn't know it, and then I did, and I gave this speech, and it was really mortifying.
so bad.
Oh,
Like, did you
dude,
physically? Were you
I
like,
was,
I
I
don't
was
like this.
moments from vomiting.
Yeah.
My hands were trembling because it's a wedding, and I didn't really know what the deal was, and people didn't know me, but I just said I was her friend from college or his friend from college. So like I had that like, oh, I guess I don't have to know who that is, you know?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Those guys are at weddings.
yeah.
Where you're
yeah.
like, who the fuck is that guy? And they're like, I think it's one
I
of the
think
guys.
that it was
Someone they
so
grew up
off the chart. It was so weird too. I think one of the lines was like, I say that she used to have a business where she would send convicts pictures of herself in bikini in exchange for woodworkings. It was just so weird. Like everyone was like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?"
But you did get a cut. You do. I can see them getting cutaways. A couple of faces going like this,
Yeah.
like impressed that you. Wow, that's what
It
she
was
did.
a mix. It was some people were like, "Is this guy disrespecting them?" And they were like standing there waiting to.
Yeah,
waiting to-
right.
you know what I
What,
mean?
like say the wrong thing?
Yeah, but normally we don't like push the. We're not looking to get into fights or anything. But it was a weird one.
Well, because I started in the hidden camera world. I did Punked was my first show, and then I
Oh,
did
shit, that's right.
I did a bunch of those shows afterwards. But the thing that turned me off about that version was always there was a little bit of like malice behind it, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
You know, you guys never did that.
No, because
No.
it's not funny, really.
In the latter years, we learned that the trick was, look what I did, can you help me? Versus look what you did. The earlier renditions of Hidden Camera were almost exclusively look what you did.
Yeah.
Look what you did.
Yeah.
And people are like, what the fuck did I do? What did I? And then they feel
Right.
awful. And then you, as someone who's in on it, always feels bad.
Yep.
So in exchange, we did this thing that was, look what I did. Can you help me? I'm in
Right.
trouble. I need help. Or I did a foolish thing. Can you help me get out of this?
Right.
If you put the pie on your face, it takes away all this discomfort.
Yeah,
Once I
which is-
learned that, I felt
We put the onus on us. You know. what I mean?
Always.
Yeah. So but I remember the Justin Timberlake one. Didn't he cry?
That was the meanest thing I think they ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, and he took it well only because Ashton was like running the ship at the time and was still showing up to those things. I was in the later years of that,
Yeah.
but that thing was just. We all thought it was funny, and then in retrospect, you're like, this is emotionally damaging. You know what I mean? Like his wasn't bad because it was like, oh, the tax man cometh. It's that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But like some of the other ones, we ran some really, 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 really
ones?
mind fuckeries. Yeah, then it was.
Who got really fucked?
I mean, we didn't air about 5 or 6 of them because people fucking threatened to kill us. I mean, people were like, "I'll sue you."
The celebrity.
Oh yeah. Well, their team, their lawyers. You know what I mean? Like, we always
So the celebrity would laugh, and then you just hear from legal.
Yeah, a day or two later, legal would be like, "You can't fucking air that shit. You're out of your mind." And it's like, well, they signed. It's like, yeah, we don't give a fuck. We'll sue you until we're
No shit. So they would have to burn episodes.
all the time, too.
Oh, that's big money.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
those things are a lot of prep.
Oh yeah, we had to kill a few of them.
Wow.
People would get, because who sets them up is a mark, another celebrity usually for us.
Right.
You assume they have a good enough relationship where you're like, your friends better than we know him.
Right.
But then when it goes awry, you're like, so I guess you didn't know him that well.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. You ever part of a situation where cat gets out of the bag prematurely, and you're like, "Fuck, things will wash." Someone slipped up.
Sometimes, but
Take a break for a second because some of you nerds are getting sleepy and we don't do that shit. Gamer Subs has got your back, your front, and your sides, okay? Healthiest supplement to keep you awake on the motherfucking planet. I can go through all that stuff if you want, but I know you don't care. You just want to stay awake so you can play them games, stroke that meat, play with that thing. You know what I mean? Watch that fucking Octomom porn or whatever shit that you guys got going on. Gamer Subs has got your back. You want to stay up? With crazy flavors like blue raz, acai, blueberry, black cherry, new pineapple cocktail flavor for the Hawaiians. Powdered energy formula that's healthier and cheaper than any energy drink on the market. You heard it here, it's the truth. Okay? You use it, you don't lose it. And you get the waifu cups. Shit, you can flip those on eBay, $200 to $300. Go to GamerSups, GamerSupps.com. Use the code FLAGRANT. You receive 10% off your GamerSups. Get that waifu. Let's get back to the show.
It's like, it has to have happened once in a while.
it does, but we overwrote those shows. The ones that we did, I will say, we overwrote the shit out of them. So what we would do is we would write for failures. So we would write bits within the bits knowing that they should go wrong. And in case they go right, we're already there. But we purposely would write other characters or other twists.
You got to write the permutation.
Yeah, to make sure that whichever way it goes, we can go. So we wrote so much stuff that most of the time, kind of how you hear on like SNL casts, we'll say like they'll pull a sketch last minute or they'll pull a character last
You
second.
can call an audible.
They called so many.
Yeah.
We did that on our show constantly. We'd have guys that are in full costume or in full thing,
You
ready to
don't
do a
send
thing.
them.
You never see them on TV. They never went out.
Right.
Of course, the cast members would get fucking mad about it. Fights.
Because they were like,
People wanted to be on camera. They wanted to get in, and if they never got in, they would be. And you're like, we never got in.
right.
Organically.
So as the improvisers in it, you guys tended to create the writers.
I was one of the writers of the show.
Okay.
Not everybody was.
Okay.
But I was one of the guys. I mean, I actually got hired. My first job was writing for a Comedy Central in-camera show. You know Ian?
Oh yeah, I don't know him, but I think he's so funny.
He's a genius.
I'm a fan.
Yeah,
he's. I mean, since the first time I saw him, he's unforgettable because he has such a distinct voice and delivery.
He's so slow.
I always wanted to meet him. I respect him so much. Yeah.
Like it's real smooth. Yeah.
So good.
But we wrote a Comedy Central pilot together. That was my first job. Was writing a hidden camera Central show. We had some great. I told the story on Rogan, but the best bit we ever wrote was called Melon and Mayo, and it was. We took a focus group and they ate brown colored mayonnaise with food dye, and they ate it. It was just Miracle Whip with food dye, and they ate it in the focus group. Then we played them a pre-recorded tape, and the pre-recorded tape was white people magically turning black. Like we wrote melon and mayo right on it. We said this is giving you
melon
melanin.
and mayo.
Melon and mayo.
Okay, I thought you were saying melon.
Oh no, yeah,
mayo.
melon and mayo.
Okay.
And they just, I mean, people just mistook the word. Maybe
And they thought they were going to turn the skin.
you
was gonna
should
turn.
see how angry people got. It was comical. These are a
That
group of
is
people
so
sitting in a room,
funny.
losing their mind.
Yeah.
They're watching a
They
video
believe it, yeah.
of like me put me in costume and then digitized me turning black.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, I feel better and faster. You know, it was like a shitty infomercial.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
shot it very poorly.
Yeah.
And the host of the show was Al Shearer. Al was on the first season of Punk'd with Dax. He was the tall, skinny black dude. So it was his show on Comedy Central that we were doing. And he walks in the room after show and he's like, how does everyone feel? So here's this tall, skinny black dude.
Right.
And 5 old whites or 6 old whites.
Oh.
And they're like, I am very upset. And he's like, what's wrong with turning black? And it's so funny to put them in this
That's
precarious.
awesome.
And we never aired it.
Oh,
Never
man,
aired.
it's so funny.
Comedy Central was so scared. And even, this was back then. This was fucking 15.
You have him and you have Ian.
They were scared. They were scared because people started to try to sue. They said they were mentally tricked, even though, of course, we ended up showing them. We're like, this was food dye. Nothing in this is real.
Right.
People,
No, sometimes they get offended. Like, you got one over on me. I feel insulted.
and now I
feel-
look racist.
But you insulted my intelligence. Yeah,
I look racist, and guess what?
right.
They were.
Right.
Because
right.
every one of them was like, one guy kept saying,
I could see, like, I didn't sign up for my body physically changing. What are you
correct.
doing?
But it is funny to listen to the way people say that.
They had to articulate it. Right.
Yes.
right.
Some women, a couple of
I
women.
don't want to be faster.
Yeah. I don't need to dunk. I've never needed to dunk. Some lady kept saying, I feel like you have tricked me and I don't appreciate this. I don't want to physically change at all. So if this thing is making me physically change, I'm scared. And I was like, she's probably the most logical.
Right.
She was someone that I'd feel bad about because she's scared. She doesn't know what's happening.
Right.
Versus another guy or another
Right.
woman was like, nobody in here wants to be black. And that's a clip that, of course.
I need cabs.
Yes. How do you think I get around? So, of course, though, that was the clips that we thought we were dying in the truck.
Yeah.
But then it was like,
Oh, so funny.
yeah, Comedy
Yeah.
Central, they never showed it. They threw it away.
Yeah, we get people like that sometimes. And it's my least favorite part of the show is when, for some reason, they don't want to sign. And then the production looks to us like, you want to go talk to them? And I'm like, they don't know me.
Right.
I hold no extra weight than anyone else. I'm going to go out there and say, hey, this is my show.
I'm the guy from the show.
Yeah, it's
And they're like, yeah, no,
they
I
already
know.
don't know who I am. What do they care? And it's like we had to do it every once in a while because we'll get gold, and it's like you better go out there with your tail, like because you need the gold. You
Most
need
of the time, you got to just break them off.
yeah, and it's not that much, you know. But sometimes people, and then sometimes we'll like think about it, come back into the office, we'll show you it.
Right.
Like we try to all this stuff, and we'll send you a link. Like
We'll give you approval. Right.
leave your number, go home, talk to your friends and family, ask them if they've seen the show, ask them to voucher, go look it up online. It's not about you. So we get it most of the time. Early on in the show, maybe season 1 or 2, we had someone who didn't want to sign. And then we have to decide, is it funny enough to work with a blur or not? Because the show's built on reaction, right? So we don't
Yeah.
really want to show people blurs, but you got to sometimes. We had a guy that worked on the crew that for some reason, like it was like, you know, their job would be to get people to sign. And so, like, it was kind of a thing. It's like, oh, he's great at it. Or did you get, like, when someone didn't want it and you flipped them, everybody was like, dang, that's a great bit. Thank you. And I guess this guy, sweetest guy ever, too, he didn't want to let anyone down. And he forged the guy's signature. One time, it only happened one time. I sued us.
Oh man.
6 figures.
And you know that lawsuit got transferred to the guy, to the crew guy that lied.
And he got
Yeah.
fired, though.
And he got fired and he got the suit, and he is buried in lots of debt. His wife left him. That guy, his life is upside down.
All because he showed the guy go into the women's bathroom at Dairy Queen.
I mean, God bless. It happens. It's not a women's bathroom anymore. These are all gender bathrooms.
Right.
And I read
It
somewhere,
wasn't
by the way-
neutral back then.
And let me tell you something. They should always all have been neutral. If there's one thing we're learning from this,
Yeah.
I don't know where we were.
We all need one receptacle to do the same
I
thing.
just need to hold a poop and piss in.
Yeah.
I don't care who goes in there before me or after me. It can be for everybody. Just can I have it by myself? Let me lock myself in my little cave.
I'm adverse to public restrooms on the whole.
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love a good public restroom.
I know you do. I know.
Because I feel
you
like-
ooze it.
Well, it's communal.
Yeah.
We all did it together.
Mm.
We're
First
mixing.
of all, I don't even like stepping on tile. Everything's soaked, and it stays with
Well,
you.
I do. You know, I lift up my. This is what I do when I.
You
when
think I don't do that when I gotta go in there?
and I poop and I do that.
I
and
don't
I hold
poop.
my jeans.
I don't poop. But I fold my cuffs up to like there just to walk in because I don't even want even a shoelace or I make my triple knot my shoelaces.
You don't poop publicly?
No, unless it's a
What are you, me in junior high?
emergency. Yeah, I am you.
You
in
go
junior
home to
high.
poop.
Yeah, or I
Would you trust our bathroom here at the studio?
Yes.
Right, because okay,
Yes.
I understand.
No, like the airport, something like that. No.
No,
No, I've never actually on an airplane. Have you ever pooped on an airplane?
it's impossible. I've
I-
tried, and my
I
body.
won't even try.
I'll sit down, and my body is like, "Come on, buddy."
Yeah,
It
but
knows.
I can't deal with the fact that people watch you go in there, and then on an airplane, forget it. But on but like let's just say airport, but whatever, anything like a stadium, something like that, whatever, and you just see people just letting go, and the smells and it's just disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Sometimes I'll be on like an international travel and there'll be like a lounge and they have the full doors and you walk in, it's pristine, and they have these things that on the seats, the plastic comes out automatically. And I'm like,
Love it.
All right. Like I got it. I'm doing, I can, but other than that, no. And I don't even like to really pee if I don't have to. But
Well, that's because you only pee once a day.
yeah, exactly right.
That's why your body's saving it. You're scared of.
I'm trained. I'm mentally trained my own bladder. Maybe
You've tricked yourself.
you do see the thing where women can piss in a urinal? Have you seen that? It's like a cup they put over it with a spout.
We're watching different porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying Sal's watching that piss porn again.
So-
Would pee on someone? No, where the women just pee into urinals. Oh yeah, she's just lifting. Yes, I've seen. I know what you're
It's like
talking
for
about.
camping or something.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah,
Like, because just saying, like, we don't even have bathrooms. Like, women can be in urinals with that device.
I think we need. How long have we had urinals and toilets? We need to upgrade these.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
no
we need
change.
new design.
Yeah.
We need some sort of new design.
What would be a new design?
I think having to sit.
For
Yes.
stand and shit?
Yeah, just put a bar above so you can hang. And
You can't stand. That's gonna be a situation down there.
you could do some leg lifts and you're sitting up, it's below you.
Okay.
And I want.
And you think that would be an improvement on the toilet?
Oh yeah, that's an upgrade.
You'll go into them and the sensor's not working,
Oh come on.
and I'm just like I don't want to walk. I'm very mindful if I have to pee or whatever. I'm very mindful. If the bowl is clean, I'll go in, and then if for some reason I get pee anywhere, I'm that pee.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Don't do that.
Right.
I do my share, But what was I saying?
But you what
Smoking weed a
you
lot,
won't
weed.
you won't pee on the seat. I mean, if you do pee on the seat,
Oh no
you'll
no no.
clean up.
So then I want to flush. I don't want to come out not flushed.
Oh.
But sometimes that sensor, I'm in there for an extra 2. I'm in there an extra 2 minutes. Like I put my hand, I take it away. I'm like, what? Why isn't this sensor working?
Foot. I touch it with my foot every time.
Oh yeah, I don't touch it with my hand.
Well, or I'll get toilet paper and I'll hit. There's a little black button on the side of the sensor.
It's not though. On many there is not. I'm like, it should be everyone's people. So
You take a
report it to.
little piece of toilet paper. You put it right over the sensor. Wait, and
This is what I was
away.
doing with my hand.
like
in
a
way.
bullfighter with
Yeah.
it. Just it didn't work.
I run into that more times than you would think. I would say when it's a sensor, I would say 3 out of 5 times the sensor doesn't work. And I'm sure it's
The sensor doesn't
just
work.
me.
That's
You don't come.
my sensors are always good. My sensors are always good.
I-
Reassessment.
There. I'm in the toilet. I'm in that thing alone. I'm like, I gotta exit soon, and and I'm gonna give this another minute, and if not, the next person is gonna see my pee because I can't. I have to go. I have things to do. Do red people get gray hair? Redhead people.
We do.
I
It all falls out.
I don't know if I know a redhead that turned gray in my life.
It does.
Okay.
It mostly turns white. Like I've got a few little white over here. But for the most part, it'll go white.
Ted Danson
No,
That's not-
Robert Redford,
was reddish.
Lucille Ball,
We don't know if that was natural.
100% it was. I've
Yeah?
seen down below.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Footage
Mm-hmm.
leaked.
For OnlyFans,
Mhm.
there was a thing for that kind of time period called OnlyFriends, and they would pass out videos of Hollywood stars to each other's private parts just to see what other people were up to. What is your pattern? You Bush. So OnlyFriends would pass around these tapes. I got a Lucille Ball OnlyFriends tape.
And was there a paywall or?
No, I mean, it was
wasn't
it
behind
was a
the
cash
paywall.
exchange. It was just kind of
Okay.
like
And she put that out there.
Yeah.
and she made money, and there was no money involved.
No, it was cash exchange for friends. I could say, hey, $50, let me see, Lucy. Friends, but
Okay.
money was being circulated, but that's how it went awry. It got
Wow.
so at some point wanted to make a couple of more bucks. Thus, kind of the impetus for OnlyFans was born. But OnlyFriends was old Hollywood stars showing each other's private parts.
And what did Lucille? What was she like?
Perfect.
I imagine she would.
Little tiny orange landing strip. It was perfect. Like a little right there, just a perfect landing. Surrounded by lots of bush, but right in the middle was clean.
Wow.
Outsides were.
I knew she was eccentric.
She liked to mix it up
Mhm.
because you don't know what kind of outfit you're wearing.
Mm.
But Lucille Ball, red. Robert Redford, red. Ron Howard, red, went bald before he could.
Okay.
Red went
okay.
bald before he could. Louis C.K. went bald before he could.
My legs are bald.
And you know why? Too high socks for too many years.
That's what people tell me.
Dress socks for too many years. Dress too many socks for many years.
Graphics, ground.
That's fine.
I can't hold. I'm up here. I'm over here. But people tell me, look at my legs. I'm like in the cage, and I banged up my legs and stuff like that.
When is Shark Week? I feel like all the week.
July 12th or 17th is when they told me.
Don't you kind of feel like it lasts way longer than that?
Yeah, I feel like it's on all the time, but I also have never seen it.
I've just heard it, but then I hear when someone's like a Shark Week. Shark Week is the same when it's like the McRib is back all the time.
Yeah.
Shark Week is all
Apparently
the time.
it's once a year. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me. But I got banged up. But no, my dad's legs are bald though. My dad.
You think he just kept
full head of
shaving you
hair.
as a kid when you were young? Yeah, just come in your room at
I
night.
think he still shaves me to this day.
Today, your father still sees
No, full head of hair. Full head of hair. Didn't grow until his mid to late 60s. Wow. But legs bald as a cucumber, if that's a phrase. If it's not, yeah.
It's actually all zucchini. Your father still had hair?
Full.
76. Full head of hair.
Full.
Full. But how about
Not even nothing. Full.
how's his vision?
He doesn't wear glasses.
See, there's something going on.
I wear
here.
them.
Well, there's something about old men. That guy's got a good vision.
You never see old men full head with glasses.
Mm-mm.
You bald guys. Yeah.
Always thick.
Yeah.
Triple track
It's
there.
just something I'm self-conscious of.
Why?
It's on the list. It's like 5th on my list.
Imagine having this color leg hair.
I know, but
I mean, this is
but
embarrassing.
that looks like what it should look like.
No, but when
and
I
you also feel like
wear shorts,
you're pale,
very.
but that's just because someone's upon us.
This is my makeup. This is my chemical makeup, though. I'm always going to look orange.
I had hair though. I had that.
But when?
I saw a picture of me. I came in 95 and I had hair.
You had a lot of leg hair.
Not a lot, but a normal amount, but around, like fully around. And now it's just gone.
It does
And
look shaved.
People think I'm a swimmer.
You go,
Look
swimmer.
at this guy.
Man.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
this
yeah.
man.
But like when I walk around, sometimes people ask me if I shave my legs, and
Look, it looks like you might be saying that you don't shave them, but
no,
I
but you see like the little remnants
it's early in the morning. Shave. You're tired when.
I mean,
Wait 1 second. Go back to what we first said when you've never run in your life.
no,
You said that and I threw it away real fast. Never have you ran
no, you won't see it.
gym class, junior high.
I mean, I'm just joking around, but I really,
I wanted you to stick with it.
What?
I wanted you.
Why did I know that all of a sudden?
You did know. We did the whole time right
I know. That's
What's-
what I'm saying.
well, okay.
How did I not? How did I not?
What is
follow
a
that?
thing that you
Let me
literally?
tell you something. I don't run.
Now you do.
I was joking with you.
Oh,
Then you didn't catch that.
Do you exercise at all?
Zilch.
Never once a day. Never once.
Never. I buy the machine every when we were growing up, like every 2 or 3 years, there was a new infomercial.
Mhm.
It was that one. You remember when, it was a mat with just these two bars, and you lay down and you,
Oh,
I got on the door.
pull-ups.
I got every single one of them that was hot in the time. I was like, I'll The thing with the that you hold to do push-ups
Perfect
and turn them.
push-ups. Yeah.
Yeah, I buy them all. I don't do it. No, I'm not joking about that.
You don't want to exercise for the rest of your life. You're like, I'm not doing it.
I don't.
Did your old man
see
exercise?
since he was 11?
And that's
He
why.
goes to the gym, right? He does the Chuck Norris thing. Now he has at his body. He hits speed bag. He does the Chuck Norris. He lifts weights. He doesn't run. He doesn't do calisthenics really.
No cardio.
No cardio. No, but he's worked out his whole life. Never drank. Never smoked. Never did drugs.
What?
Swear to God. Yeah, crazy. He could build a house. Easy like that. I'm not handy at all. We're the same in like our personalities and stuff like that. But
His skill set.
I don't think he even graduated high school. You know, and
Really?
I got a scholarship to college.
And
So
look,
it's like this flip side. Yeah,
can you imagine if they came?
he's a tough guy.
Look at the apocalypse. Apocalypse is near, and they come around and they're going door to door to people,
Yeah.
and they're deciding who to keep based on youth and variety, who could fight in this apocalyptic war. Keep your power over you. You're young, but this guy's in better shape.
There's no question.
Even if he dies in the next 15 years,
Yeah.
20 years,
He's
it's
going to contribute. more than I did.
way by a
I call him
landslide.
to hang a picture frame. I do.
It's embarrassing.
I do. My dad is.
Can you
is
fix
someone-
anything? Can you do anything physical?
No, I mean, like,
Handiwork wise. Change oil. You ever change oil? The tire, maybe. For rotated tire.
rotate, no. Change a flat, yes.
Flat?
But not enough where it's like, if I have to do it now, I'm still hazy on it. My big thing is underneath. Where the, I know you loosen the lugs first, and then you put it up, then you turn the kind of, and you know that. That little piece of shit that underneath, I am always very nervous about where to put the placement, where to put the thing to lift up underneath.
Mhm.
Is there like a universal place, or do you
Well,
have to eyeball it, or what do
You
you
have
do?
to eyeball it
Yeah.
because each car is going to be different. It's got to be on the physical framework of the car,
And it's yeah, I don't know anything about it.
on the chassis. The it's got to be.
And
On,
I've never changed oil. I've added
you just keep putting it in.
dipstick, low. I used to have beaters. You know,
You
I
just throw it in.
yeah, I just add the oil, not the oil change.
You never take the old oil out.
Oh, come on now, you did that?
Yeah,
You
did that. Yes, my father's taught me how to do that.
Oh, wow.
To
I didn't learn anything. I don't know how to use it really. I don't no carpentry at all. Never used a saw in my life.
You've never cut
No,
anything with
I want to. No, it's just more materials, like design.
like what I said before. Like, oh, when I go on Zoom and say your house looks nice. You
Yeah.
pick good stuff. You got good taste.
Why-
I don't know why there was a some sort of chandelier or light fixture,
Okay.
and the hangies, the wall. There was two hangies, two wall decorative things. I could bring it up the look.
Okay.
Just stupid. I got to see more than I bargained
Okay.
for.
All right. Well, you should see the rest though. The rest I really put my heart and soul
Oh,
into.
invite me over.
You come and I'm the people in your rotation.
Here's who's on my rotation when I come.
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is my connective tissue to anything. So if I need to see anybody, I know he'll bring where I need to go.
Sure.
But you know what? I'm calling
Look
you
at
now.
me, I'm tissue.
But here's the deal. I'm afraid when I go to New York, people have had their life. Everyone pull up to go.
Each other completely straight.
I know,
I don't do that dance.
but I usually just go. They're busy. They have families. I'm
but
not
check.
gonna. I know I should.
You know, I'm out and about.
I'm usually at the hotel.
Yeah, motel holiday. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
usually at the hotel for myself. I sometimes get lunch. It's hard.
I don't call. You know, kind of, but like, yeah,
Because you
I
feel
know
like
exactly what
I
you
might
mean.
be getting in
I
their
don't
way.
want to put you. Yeah, I don't want to put you out in any way. But it's not. It should be like that. Hey, you available? Yes, no. It's like
I know, but
That's
you
all
know,
it is.
maybe it's just maybe that's passed down from like our parents of like, you leave people alone.
yeah.
They got stuff going on. You don't just show up to their house uninvited. Meanwhile, when you were kids, that's all you did was show up to someone's house.
That's the only way you could do it.
Right, I'm here. And they're like, he's
Yeah,
not home. You're
they
like, all
showed up.
right, tell him I was here.
I know.
But now we're like our parents, where it's
Yeah.
like, no.
I don't want to. I am actually. You're 100% right, and I am actually probably too far in that direction. I tiptoe around. I don't want to put anyone out at all.
Because you feel you're like, I don't want to be a guy that inconvenience these people for no reason.
Yeah.
But then we all know inherently, if it's a friend, I'd love to see you.
100%.
Someone would love to see you.
100%.
So here's the deal. From now on, let's start showing up to friends' houses unannounced.
Okay.
And let's just show up. Hey, can you play?
Yeah, deal with it.
And they're like, no. And you're like, all right, well.
I wish I missed when we were ill.
Yeah.
I missed that time.
Can he come out?
Can he come out and play?
Can he come out and play? Or my favorite was...
Call from the window we used to.
Oh, come on.
These little apartments, and it would just be like, throw a rock at the window.
You got good aim?
A pebble.
Got good aim?
I'll tell you, one time, a young girl, I don't recall her name, she was a little younger than me, she had chocolate chip cookies, and she doled them out to everyone, and when she got to me, she said no. And I didn't appreciate it. And she was about, I'm not joking, she was about 100 feet away, and I took a medium-sized rock, and I was a kid. I was like, I swear to God, I was like 6, and I threw it to scare, not to hit her. Hit her in the fucking eye socket. She went down and her eye popped, like blew out of her head. And parents saw it, screamed. Everyone came down to the apartments, and they like were chasing me like I was Frankenstein, like a lynch mob. Like they were chasing me with pitch. I ran up to the roof and down on the roof of the building. And my mom was like so nervous that I was gonna like try to, because we used to hop roofs because the buildings were stuff. But that was later on. But I was only 6. I was so terrified. And she came up the steps. I was almost like she came out the door on the roof. And was like, listen to me. It's okay. We know you did not mean it. And I'm like crying. I'm like, I didn't know I was going to hit her like that.
I'm just going to get it over with and jump.
Yeah. I to this day, I'll never forget that. It happened like 40 years ago.
You hit her clean in the eye.
Dude, I
overhand?
Yeah, overhand.
Woo!
But no, it wasn't like baseball overhand. It was like you know, it
this.
had a little arch.
That.
Yeah. But I remember it, and it was like flipping. I'm telling you, she was maybe she was like 50 feet away, and it hit her right in the eye. Cookies went everywhere, and I was like, oh my God, like what do I do? That was my first I got to flee the scene. Yeah.
And that Hillary Clinton.
It was
none other than Hillary Clinton, and she won this whole thing.
She went on to become Bill Clinton's wife.
Dude, hitting someone when you're a kid with something. This little kid, Chris from Canada, I don't remember his last name. He moved from French-speaking Canada, like Montreal, like there, like that way. He came all the way to Chicago, and we couldn't believe we had never known a kid that could like speak a different language. And we were at recess, and someone had kicked a football, and they're like, "Go get it, Frenchie," or whatever it was, Froggy. And he went and got this football, a little tiny kid. And he threw this football so hard at the lineup of kids to go inside, and it hit this Mr. Scarpino. Shout out, Mr. Scarpino. It hit him right in the dick. I mean, dude, it was a laser. It was like it hit him so hard in the dick. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was amazing. You watch this man. I mean, it was immediate. He folded. Was like, oh God! I mean, it was like the perfect tip of the football hit right on the tip. And the look on this kid's face, because he threw it at us as if to like hit one of us. He was like, "Fuck you!" Like just hucked it.
Yeah.
But the teacher wasn't looking. He was walking and went. I mean, it's almost like God, the universe, whatever you believe in, whatever your fucking thing is. That's not human. Something did that. The universe is this is gonna hit this guy right in the penis because this is funny.
Right in the
penis.
Yeah.
Because the accuracy is absurd. It's on accident. The timing.
Did you lose your shit?
Oh, dude, it was.
How old are you guys?
Bonkers. Probably like 10.
Oh, the live
11.
Witness that at 10.
Lose your mind. We lost our fucking mind.
You weren't like scared of the repercussions of the teacher being mad. Like,
oh no, we were dying. We were dying. We were dying. This kid.
You laughed just as hard as when
because he knew he was fucked. It was nuts.
But it was an accident. No,
it was a total accident.
Get shit for it.
He went to the principal's office, blah blah blah. But then he also claimed that we were picking on people, not me, but all the boys picking on him, and they threw the football out there. And but it was mostly the kids. Some of the boys got in trouble for being dicks to him because it was a brand new.
Right.
The new kid always got bullied around. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. It was like new guy came. They were gonna make fun of you. You're new.
Midway through, a Chilean exchange student came to. Maybe not an exchange student, but a Chilean girl that knew no English. She got dropped in kindergarten. She got dropped in halfway, and I remember. Well, just things stick in your head, you know. They were like, "Oh, this is her parents." She came with midday. this is so and so. She's new here. She's joining you guys. She does.
Kindergarten.
It was kindergarten, right?
Right.
So I'm half. I'm Cuban and Puerto Rican half, right? So I had Spanish grandparents. So I knew 3 words. No, I knew 2 words. And so I said I know some Spanish, like I can speak to her. And so like what I said, there was tables of 8 kids, and there was a bunch of her at my table, and then like great. And they didn't know this, but all I knew how to say was sit down and shut up. Cállate and siéntate. And I kept just telling her to sit down and shut up like the whole day. and then like I'll never forget it. And then I went home and I told my mom, and I'm like, oh, I spoke Spanish to the girl all day. Like I'm the only one that could speak to her. And they're like, what were you telling her? And I was like, tell her to sit down and shut up or whatever. like no joke, like
She was no longer in that class.
kindergarten, no joke. 14, when we were like sophomores in high school, maybe. Still, she lived in the neighborhood. So I went to 8-9 years of grammar school with her.
Right.
First sexual experience with that girl. Not sex, but like first like.
Really?
Yeah,
What, do you remember her name?
I do, but
You can't say it.
Yeah, I don't want to say it.
All right.
Well, actually, if anyone was in that, like,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But it was your.
Well, it
first,
wasn't anything, you know. Like,
It was your first time.
Yeah, not. I don't know if it was kissing. It was, you know,
A little more, a little intimate.
Some what do they call it? Like,
Second base.
like,
A little light.
yeah. Maybe.
Did she ever learn English?
Oh yeah, by that time. No, not by that time. No, the whole time we were feeling. Shut up.
That's how I was giving it to you, baby. I was like, take it. Cállate. Why are you saying that?
Now it's, yeah. Just,
They're like, what? That was your first go around.
Base.
Yeah, baseball with this woman who came.
I told her to sit down and shut up for 12 years until she couldn't take it anymore. And then she succumbed to my charms.
She's like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I really am in love with this man. I think those formidable years of funny stuff happening like that. Like, I'll never forget my dad and I was probably 13 or 14, and we went to a Bears game, and we were in the or no, maybe it was a Cubs game, and we were in the pisser, and a guy a couple of rows down just
You
out.
did that too good.
Oh, it was like, how do people do that? Dude, it was the greatest fart, and my dad started cracking up, and I realized you're never too old for farts.
Yeah.
Because I did that laugh where you go,
Right.
like I'm holding it, but my dad was cracking up out loud. He was like, no, farts are good for the rest of my life.
I don't know.
No, he kept moving. You know this kind of guy. Oh, didn't even know. But it was like, it gave me so much comfort that farts will always be fun. I was like, my dad is an older guy and it doesn't run out.
So funny.
It gave me hope that when I was older, I was like, oh, so I can still laugh at farty stuff when I do that.
How do you sound like legitimately that sounded like, I mean, if I close my eyes, it was really a fart or literally like
My dad used to do it.
how do you know how
My
to
dad
do that?
used to do it, and I used to emulate him in the car. He would listen.
I couldn't even begin to make the sound.
This here. That's it.
But I didn't.
You used to have to move your tongue. I did it for hours and hours when I was a kid. Everything I did as a kid was to try to learn how to show it to people when I got to school.
Okay.
Like, it was the same thing with like thinking of fun stuff to say.
Like the class, were you that in class? I was.
I don't know if it was class clown as much as I was like, I was always up to some shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't always.
I was looking for laughs all the time.
I was looking for laughs. I was because
Okay. I
I'd
was
get
not
in
a
trouble.
deviant.
Right. See, a lot of times class clowns were like
I had this thing where I wasn't a deviant, but I was a class clown, so I would be able to get away with shit and not get in trouble.
opposite.
Yeah.
Got in trouble constantly.
Okay.
I was always up to no good.
Yeah.
I was funny, but I also wanted to steal or break or ditch or get away with something. You know what I mean?
Wow.
We were always, me and a group of kids were always up to no good. Always wanted to find something fun to get into. So it was like, I was very funny, but I also got in a lot, and I mean a lot of trouble.
Like detention,
Suspension. Multiple suspensions.
multiple suspensions.
Oh my God, I was best to get was so good at getting suspension.
Wow, I never got suspended ever.
Out of school, too. Out of school. Not just in schools. I got out
Out of school suspension.
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
Stay homes.
Just
So a litany
a
of
mixed
things.
bag,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a mixed bag. It was never anything awful.
yeah.
When you're a kid, it's like just dumb shit.
I got detention like once.
Oh, I got clipped all the time.
Yeah.
Stayed in detention. My childhood best friend, Sean, always used to joke. If it was a nice day, he'd go inside because I'd lip off
Your
at the
parents
mouth.
didn't like. Did they understand that you were getting that much suspension?
Yeah.
And there was no. Was it like? Was there any trying to like?
I
Don't.
think they just knew that that's who I was. That's
They let you be you.
I would get in trouble at home if I got in trouble. But it was
Okay.
like my mother knew that it was. She was like, this guy's too. He's got so much fucking energy for this place. I was bigger than school. I was so much bigger than school.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't. It was so hard. I couldn't
School
be contained.
couldn't keep you down. Yeah.
No, it was too. It was too dumb. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
I was like, this is boring, and
Yeah.
nothing here is entertaining or engaging. That's the not to get deep into the social verse, but I think that's the biggest problem with education is like all these are different.
Yeah.
You're trying to pretend like they can all learn at the same rate,
Right.
at the same speed, at the same intellectual level, at the same creative level. It's a goofball system.
Right.
I don't know about one guy, but that was my biggest problem as a kid, is it never fit for me. I didn't like it.
Yeah. They should. There's different methods, but you know how like we'll know every word to a song that we heard 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But like I can't remember like how I used to memorize history for history tests, and I don't
know.
remember the history.
I'm scared
just could
when I think. Yeah, that's right. I watched that David Letterman interview. His show is back again, and he did the thing about Billie Eilish. He did one with her home when we were kids about homeschool kids.
Yeah.
Now I get older, I'm like, well, that seems actually pretty logical. You can show them the world because now a lot of people have more flexible jobs. When we were kids, it was like mom went to the office, dad went to the office. They're gone for the whole fucking day.
Yeah.
No one was at their house. They were all at work.
Right.
And then they come home late at night to eat dinner to go to bed.
That's it.
But now the schedules, the world is so different that schooling your kid in a home way, I think might be kind of cool.
I tell my lady because when we have kids, I tell her I've been thinking about it because I don't also want to because the nature of my publicist, me and the public with me for 10 years of just watching me be me is like and a curse.
Totally.
And so like, then you got to get like, you got to do the play dates and you got to do the parenting and you go pick them up and you got to be surrounded by all these people all the time. And these people are going to make friends with them and then you got to let them into your home. And also, and I'm like thinking ahead and I'm like, the day I have in this situation, I don't want any of that.
No.
And I really don't like the influence that I see, like my nieces and stuff, like they bring stuff home. People don't know how to raise their kids. And then they go to school and then it rubs off on the other kids and they come home and they get influenced by these other kids. And I'm like, I could do better. So I always tell them, like, I think one day, like I would want she shut me down immediately.
Well, yeah.
She said, no, they need a social skills.
Well, for them too, for the woman in the relationship, they also just had these fucking things out of their bodies. They're like, need balance after their baby's losing your mind and not getting any sleep. All my friends, that's all I see. They need school to get so they can get a break.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, maybe it's because I said to her like one day when you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I put it on.
You're like,
her.
well, I'm out doing the stuff. You're schooling at home, baby.
I just feel like it'll be. I feel like when you see some of these people like a Billie Eilish and you go to homeschool, you're like, oh, it makes sense. They're successful.
They were also so creative and super structured system. I think a lot of people do benefit from it, from a traditional system. But I think there are a lot of people who it just doesn't click. Like I couldn't hold on to anything. In college, I graduated with honors because I took classes I liked.
Okay, you were able to.
Yeah, I was like, I want to do that. I don't want to do that. I do want to do that.
You curated your own curriculum.
Yeah, I got straight A's.
Right. Oh, sick. Really. Yeah, so that just goes to show you could be failing out, and then it's just about how.
Dude, I was a C average student in high school.
Yeah.
And the only reason that I got that far was because a teacher once said to my mom, your son is smart, and he applies himself not even a little bit, and he gets C's and B's.
Yeah.
She's like, if he even did a minuscule application of his intelligence, he'd probably do well. And my mom is like, you can't make a kid try the like things that they don't like.
Yeah.
You can do your best, but they just know what they like and they don't like.
Right.
And by the time I got to college, all I did was classes I enjoyed, and it was a breeze.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the work.
Right.
but it's
What'd you take up in college?
journalism, communication, and English. And all I wanted to do was I wanted to TV production and film production. And
I wish I did that back then.
well, I mean,
I did finance.
I learned more when I did it. Obviously,
right.
more
Of
in
course, hands-on.
but
yeah.
in school, learning some of that stuff. Because I was like, how does the dial move? How does all this stuff go?
Right.
And then when I learned it, I got more.
I didn't find it yet. I knew I wanted to. I didn't know. Did he tell you what do you want to be when you're fucking 17? I'm like, finance means money because I want to make money. I took finance, but like, I'm fascinated by something. I need any. I'm obsessive. I also have an obsessive person. So when I'm fascinated about, I dive in head first.
Yeah, you go for
But
it.
when I don't want to be there, I could barely pay attention.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
When I don't want to be there, you can physically see my eyes check out of the thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like you've been doing on this whole entire show.
I would disagree, but
They're mumbling away. Wow. All right, we got to get you gone.
Yeah.
Because of course you need to go to your laser hair removal appointment.
Yeah.
And finish up the job because the inner thighs do need to get tagged.
Yeah. You see him?
Let's get rid of that.
That's another weird thing. There's still some.
That
So
doesn't
when
make
I'm
sense.
nude, what a great sight that is for people. I look like
Completely shaven?
some sort of ostrich or duck or
Right.
something.
You're like if a kid made some kind of a toy and didn't put all the hair on it. You stopped at the hair. You just went to here and there's like, that's good. He doesn't need it down below. All right, we finished the episode the same way. You look at that camera right there.
All right.
We end the episode with one way. It's one word.
Oh, do I not do plugs? Shit. Okay.
No, you're not allowed to do plugs.
Okay.
It's one word or one phrase. No, you can do plugs, of course. I'm going to say this and then we'll do that. It's actually, you know what? I'll do plugs at the beginning of the show for you.
Okay.
But do it now.
You don't have to. I don't make any.
We'll do it now.
An exception.
Do it now.
Okay.
This comes out. Hey, listen, though. This comes out.
Tell me when it comes out.
June 2023. So a month from now, next year. This comes out June 3rd. June 3rd. So not
All
this
right.
Friday, but next Friday. June
Right
3rd.
on. So I'll give my June and July dates. How's that?
Yeah, do
Does
it.
that sound okay? All right. SalVulcanoComedy.com. I'm on tour. Rochester, June 10th. Syracuse, June 11th. South Bend, Indiana, 16th on the Burt's Comedy Festival. June 17th in Milwaukee at the Paps. June 18th in Minneapolis. June 25th, Hampton Beach Casino. June 25th, July 15th, my first Vegas. July 16th, Phoenix at the Celebrity Theater. July 17th, Boulder, Colorado. July 20th, July 21st in Seattle. July 22nd in Vancouver. And then a reschedule of COVID shows in November.
I love
God
it.
bless
And
it.
you're doing the Burt Show.
I'm doing one of them. I was already booked the weekend in Milwaukee, Minneapolis.
He never invited me.
I'm joining in South Bend.
He never invited me. So let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
That's how
And
I
you got Taste Buds and Hey Babe, my
By the
two
way-
podcasts.
Volcano Comedy. SalVulcanoComedy.com. SalVulcanoComedy.com is where we're going to see all the dates. Also, please watch Taste Buds and Hey Babe. Remarkable funny shows.
Thanks, babe.
You're a talented prince, and I love you. And
You're the most fun podcast that this is the most fun.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't like nobody really goes at it the way that you do. It's constant volleying back and forth, and it's like it's just we're really like having like
Yeah, we're playing.
We're playing, and a lot of people.
God bless. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Look in that camera. It's going to be cemented in history. And at one point, the Smithsonian has reached out and said, hey, we'd like to see all the last word, one phrases from
Sure.
Whiskey Ginger. So this could end up in space history at some point.
Right on.
So go ahead when you're ready.
Dungarees.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
$5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Ginger.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
I'm not a gynecologist, and so I don't know that out there that somebody firmly can say the science says exactly that, but that's been my experience. I have a bomb-ass pussy.
Sorry, finger slipped.
You know, I put bomb-ass at the top of this page because that drop is that's going to be with me for a long time, I suspect. Welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children.
If you've ever considered hosting on Airbnb, you might be excited about all the extra income you can earn having guests in your home, like contributing more to every month, or putting more towards a college fund, or even paying for a big trip. But you also might be worried about something happening to your TV or your mountain bike. Now Airbnb gives you air cover for hosts, damage protection every time you host. Learn more at airbnb.com/aircover for hosts.
When I clock out of the hospital at 6 p.m., I'm not done for the night. That's when Gamer Nurse 40 clocks in, and she's got orcs to slay. Sure, I'm playing a 13-year-old in Scranton, but he's a level 53 mage with a filthy mouth, so I need to stay on top of my game. What'd you call me? That's when I crack open a Heineken 0.0. Zero alcohol, but just as refreshing. So I can focus. Kids.
Heineken 0.0. 0.0% alcohol. Now you can. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Wait responsibly.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Dr. After Dark. That number, of course, 818-253-1693 for all those great voice messages. And look at all the emails I have in front of me here. drdark@gmail.com. And do not forget the merch, which will be expanding. store.ymhstudios.com. Where's my Rational Revolution cup?
Yesterday.
Next show. I want it in me. I want it around me all the time. I love it so much.
You want it in you.
I don't want it in me. Oh my God, are we starting off rough already? So we're gonna visit some cool guys today. We're gonna visit some relationship issues, some lady issues, whatever Nadav means by that. I don't know. Do you know what you mean by that?
I mean, I just kind of saw what the files were. Just
Let's
put them into a folder.
Can we start? I've got some love and sex stuff I want to get into in a few minutes, but I'm so intrigued by the lady issues. Do you mind starting off with a little bit of that?
Yeah, I can't wait to get judged on what I cycled into this.
I can't either. So.
Actually, this one's a fun one.
Hi, Drew and guest. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I am a 37-year-old female, and I was talking to a girlfriend yesterday, and she informed me that during her annual exams, her doctor gives her an anal exam as well. And at my age, I've been going to having annual exams for 21 years, and that's never happened to me. And I did a poll on Instagram that 82% of the people I know said it's never happened to them as well. So I Googled it and said some doctors prefer it, but can you tell us why someone would do that and if that's pretty normal or not?
Yes.
Thank you, Drew. Kiss on me, beat me.
Of course.
Coming up in May.
Thank you. So, well done. Well selected. This is a lady issue question.
Right.
And it is interesting that this has come up recently. And by the way, it's odd the way she is saying, annual and anal sound exactly the same when she talks during the annual exam. It's like, okay, all right. She means during her pelvic exam. You know, people don't even know what pelvic exams are for. So let me sort of talk about what they're about. So the doctor is scraping the surface of the cervix, particularly the endocervical canal. I've sent pictures of cervixes up here before. The hole in the middle. Oh yeah, you're just going to show us a pelvis. All right. And so that's the really important stuff because that's where HPV does its thing and can cause precancerous cells or cancerous cells. And that's where cancer gets going in the entrance to the uterus, the part that's outside the body in the vagina, which is outside the body, poking in there, called the cervix, and it can, of course, can head on upstream, and then you got a big problem. So the other thing the doctor will do is put his or her hands in the vagina and up on the abdomen to feel the ovaries, the tubes, and the uterus, make sure it moves normally, make sure it's not painful, make sure it's normal size, make sure there's no masses in there. And so this is the part she's asking about. When I was in training, you know, this came up just the other day on the Trash Tuesday show. Isn't that interesting? Do you know it's on? Do you know that show?
I mean, yeah. At this point, it was probably a few weeks ago, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it was several weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, oddly, it came up.
Yeah, Trash Tuesday is great.
Yeah, and I'm forgetting everybody's name. What is the
Kalila,
which is Barbie Lee's
Esther,
Annie in the middle.
Annie Letterman.
Yeah, Annie was the one that brought this up, and she thought she had been sexually abused by her doctor. That it was just such a weird thing. And I started thinking about all these stories of doctors doing weird stuff to patients that I've always wondered if they were trained to do some of these things and just sort of evolved into something else. But when I was in training, and I talked to Annie, first of all the gynecologists were misogynistic. That was the first thing I noticed when I got to a GYN rotation. Harsh. They talk shit about women. They seem to hate their patients.
All the pussy doctors are dicks?
And they were all males at that time. Now it's all shifted a lot, and there was a big movement to shift it at the time. But that was sort of shocking to me that when I first got there. So I thought they're sort of mistreating their patients, which was weird. And we were trained categorically that you had not finished the pelvic exam if you had not put what's the bowling ball thing called?
Bowling ball holes.
The two in the this and the one in the that.
Two in the pink, one in the
they told us that we had to put the middle finger had to go in the anus and the index finger went in the vagina, and you literally pulled along the septum to see if there were any masses in there, which happens about 1 in 100 million cases.
Yeah.
So you're going to make 100 million women really uncomfortable to detect something you probably miss anyway. The only thing I can think of that occurs in there is a sarcoma or an abscess, something, which just doesn't happen. So we were trained like you didn't finish the exam till you did this. And so early in my career, I was always doing that because I was so beaten into me to do it. And I started thinking about it probably a couple years into practice. And thinking, why are we doing this? Some 65-year-old public exam. It's just ridiculous. Now, for the female, if you did an anal exam, it sort of makes sense. If you can feel the ovaries a different way back there, and you can test the stool for blood and things. But the point is that I could see why Annie felt violated by this. It's a bizarre thing that they stopped doing. So back to our 37-year-old's question. It's not done so much anymore. It was hammered into some physicians' training.
Ooh.
It's not really necessary, and I think it's a bizarre old. I just think about that. We're doing physical therapy through the vagina. You know that guy that got in trouble for the what he was doing to the U.S. gymnastics team. It's the same kind of nonsense.
Oh, even know that he tried to justify that.
I don't know what his defense was. I just know he was doing physical therapy through the vagina. I'm not saying it was good or bad. I'm not saying anything.
Really
I'm just
cool
saying,
gymnast.
I think that's what he maybe thought he was doing or something. Who knows?
But in regards to what Annie said, like if there's a guy getting up in your ass, then they're probably old school and maybe get a newer gyno.
I think that's a great way to frame it. Yes, I think that's true. That is sort of old school, unnecessary. There are many other kinds of testing you can do now that's much more accurate than that.
And actually, let me ask you, when you said that you heard that OBGYNs are like kind of notorious assholes. Like,
back then, this is 45 years ago.
But like, where's that come from? Because like I'm hearing from some like women that I'm friends with that are like, oh yeah, like there's some gynos out there that think they know your vagina like way better than you, and what you think is a problem is absolutely not a problem.
I think that there was a time, I don't know, because it's not from my generation of physicians, that doctors were sort of frustrated or overwhelmed or something, and they kind of took it out on the patients in some weird way. Or I don't know. It was sort of it wasn't in all disciplines when I was doing my rotations and things. I just noticed it in gynecology. It might have been just the university I was at too. You know, it doesn't have to have been all things. Annie, you cool today? You seem to be tired.
Am I cool today?
You look like you were somewhere else.
I'm just switching, man. I'm paying the show.
You're somewhere else, yeah.
No,
so
I'm paying attention to the show.
This is you could see us way too well now.
Well, yeah, I know. I noticed everyone was sort of in a weird mood this morning.
No, it's not that. It's just most of the time you're just unable to see us.
No.
This is us working.
Oh no. I walked in there and I could feel it. I thought, I wonder what that is. Not bad, but just different.
Different.
And like somebody had chewed you guys out or something. That's what it felt like to me. Somebody,
I did have
the other thing I thought. Either they're high, they're late last night, something like
What
that.
is this? You think we just come into work high?
Yeah.
Well, we don't.
Yeah. Well, that's not what. And he just goes, yeah. You're protesting, and he's like,
Nah, I was shaking my head, man. You tripping, bro?
Maybe I am.
Tripping.
No, I could
and
well
he's
be.
disagreeing. He's like, yeah, dude, I come into high to work.
No,
every
guys,
day, dude.
listen. I had a whole conversation with myself. I thought, even Zolo seemed a little bit. Is he in there still?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Zolo, are they telling me the truth?
Yeah.
Because everyone seemed a little subdued, and I'm not used to you guys being that way. And it might be this new environment and stuff. I have no problem accepting that I'm wrong. It could
I'll
be
accept
absolutely
that
nothing.
You're wrong as well.
And it could be absolutely nothing. But I had a whole discussion with myself whether I was going to even. I noticed it. I noticed that, like, I'm usually pretty good about this stuff. I noticed something, and I tell you, I'll accept categorically you were up late. That would have no problem, late like gambling. Perfect.
Yeah, we both agree with that.
Okay,
I
so
was definitely up late game.
All right, so that fits. So that's it. So we're done. But why Zolo? Was he gambling with you too, or was he just responding to you?
I was up late too.
Okay, what was he doing?
Hanging out, having fun.
Porn, right?
Yeah, all night.
Yeah. I
Man,
like that laugh.
You are projecting like crazy here, Drew. What did you do last night, homie?
Went and saw Nikki Glazer's comedy. It was so much comedy into an hour and 50 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I went over after. I go, dude, what? You don't have to do that much. I felt like to talk where you're getting a lot for your money. I was like, geez, you put so much shit in there. But you know what? But
Drew could really value that value that you're getting in that.
Yeah. And we recently seen Christina stuff and but soon to see Santino and Bobby.
You saw them last night also, or you seen them tonight?
Tonight.
Sick.
And so my point though about Nikki is she was saying stuff that you couldn't say 5 minutes ago, which I really appreciated. Christina's always said it. She has never stopped. She is, you know what I mean? That's been the rational revolution, and rational versus emotional, and we've taken the rational route. And
it
Christina,
feels like we're coming back.
coming back. Comedy's coming back. All right, another lady question. Here we go.
Hey, Dr. Mommy.
Hey, Mom. Jay.
Long time listener.
This is a lady question?
Caller.
It's lady themed question.
Okay.
So it's about lady stuff.
Okay, let's go.
First time caller. I have a quick question about white. My wife, we recently got married, actually only like a month ago. She got a birth control that she tried for a while. You're supposed to, I guess, take it every day at the same time. She'll take it every day, but she'll miss like an hour, and then she won't want me to come inside her. I'm really trying to bust raw, hard nuts inside my wife. And I looked it up. I think it's okay, and I've been trying to like convince her and do my due diligence. But please help me out. Is it okay to bust raw, juicy, sloppy, hard ropes inside my betrothed if she misses like an hour time frame in birth control? To tell me beat me at GT, RTD.
You can see why I put that in lady question.
Yes, I do. Yes, I see. Well done. I should not question your judgment. He said he paints such a beautiful picture, and I like the way he goes from the ropes to the betrothed. I like that juxtaposition of language. But okay, so Jay, I don't know why your wife is so OCD about this, but as long as she takes it essentially on the same day. I mean, certainly a 6-hour, 8-hour window is fine. She's good. So you're right, my friend. You're right. But it's a great example of how people don't know how to use or can't contextualize the information that's available on the internet, right? So Jay goes on the internet and looks it up, and lo and behold, am I out of my picture or something?
This is why you can't look at us. We're having production talk. over
Okay,
here,
all
and it's
right. You look like I did something. All right, you're right. You know what? You need a shade or a curtain in there.
I'd love that.
Oh my God. So back to Jay. He goes on the internet. He looks it up. It's not an easy thing to look up, and he gets the information he is, and he's correct. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know whether to trust the information, which is good. It's good to be skeptical about information. So we still come here and ask, Did I get that right? And he did get that right. Why your girlfriend is so... I like the fact that she's that way because a lot of women are much more sort of loosey-goosey about it and, kind of forget it and take it whenever. And if you're missing a day, you have to double up the next day and your pill is not going to work the way it's supposed to. But if it's 4 hours later or 6-hour window, let's just say that's reasonably, that's fine.
Can I, so you said like as long as it's like in the day that it's supposed to do.
No, I overstate it. Let's say a 6-hour window.
Okay, so it's definitely like, hey, if you take it at 11 p.m. the night before, do not take it at 9 a.m. the next day, right? Like
if you forget a.m. is your normal time and you forget till 11 a.m.
No. I'm saying like 11 p.m. the day before and
11
then 9
p.m.
a.m. So like 10 hours later, but it's next day, but it's kind of
You want to get within 6 hours of 24 hours, let's say.
Okay.
18 to 30 in that
Gotcha.
zone. Okay, so you have like a 12-hour window, really, but it's 18 to 30 since your last pill. Okay, I don't know that that's a. I'm not a gynecologist, and so I don't know that data is out there that somebody has firmly can say the science says exactly that. But that's been my experience. I have a bomb ass pussy.
Sorry, finger slipped.
I put bomb ass at the top of this page because that drop is that's going to be with me for a long time, I suspect. Give me another drop, just so I know what's on the what ammunition you have there to sort of throw at me. Bladder full of cum. Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Give me another one.
You want more, dude?
Yeah, I
These
do.
are
I wonder what the hell's out there. The penis is a sensitive organ.
True.
True.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
That is medically accurate.
And it's so funny. Me reading emails is going to be my greatest liability, right? Right. Give me another lady question. I want a couple more lady questions before I give up on this.
Well, you have at least 3.
Okay, good.
Excuse me, at most.
Oh.
Hey, Dr. Drew.
Hey.
I just have a quick question. You said you want more female submission.
Thank you.
So here's one about vaginas.
Of course.
I just want to know how truly absorbent is the vagina.
Absorbent.
I mean, apples are absorbent when people stick alcohol up there to get drunk. But,
what?
There's this whole ad right now about organic tampons and, how they're all based on the premise of you don't know normal tampons, they're not required to disclose what's in there.
Yeah.
So you should go with organic because you don't know what chemicals you're putting up your puss with the other ones. So, how am I really getting my money's worth by spending extra money to get the organic ones, or should I just say screw it and go with the ones I've been using most of my life? All right. Love the show. Thanks so much. Bye.
Well, thank you for the image of chemicals up the butt. Appreciate that. Yeah, well done. I love this young lady. So as we've discussed many times now, the vagina is outside